Yo, what's going on, people? King Rich is back again with another video. Yeah, big up to everybody that supports the channel and all that good stuff. Yeah, we are gonna talk about passport bros today. Yeah, this is a very popular topic. I think a lot of guys are interested in this, or they've done it, or they're thinking about doing it. And basically it is guys that usually are in Western countries, first world countries, traveling out there to other countries to date foreign women, right? And, you know, a lot of times when men want to go and do things, we will face a lot of shaming lines. Yeah, we will face a lot of shaming for the things we do, for our preferences, etc., etc. And I just thought that this would be a very interesting topic to hear you guys' opinions. This is going to be a caller show, so I want you lot to call in. The link to call in the show is in the description box of this video. So yeah, make sure you take the opportunity to come and speak your mind and let everybody know what you think about it, because, you know, not everybody agrees. Yeah, and it's not only women that think that passport bros is a weird concept. It's not only women, bro. Right? And basically we're going to take a look at some videos that are online and see what is going on over in the internet world. What do people say about this? So anyway, boom. Let's jump into a reaction right now. Let's see what happens. Everybody like the video right now. Like the video, please. Don't forget to do that. And let's see what this girl's got to say about passport bros.
I deserve to have a traditional wife. They want to go be a passport bro. And I'm like, bro, you're fat, you're broke, you don't deserve a traditional wife. You need to level up. The same way they want a traditional girl. The girl, she's going to be way more traditional back in my country. So trust me, she's not marrying you for love, she's marrying you for your green card. So.
Are you against passport bros, or?
I understand the fundamentals of it for those who have done everything in life to make sure they are a man. But if you're not a man, I don't think you deserve that, honestly. If you don't have your life together, what makes you think you know how to appreciate a traditional wife? If some other guy who's living here who's never had an idea of what a male figure is in his life, he's going based off of whatever little content he picks from the internet. He's saying, well, I want a traditional wife. But therefore, he doesn't even have like a credit score. He doesn't even...
Do you know what I find funny about these kind of talking points is that women never get this same kind of critique, you know, because really and truly, it's modern women who are requiring men to be traditional. They want a man to pay all the bills. They want a man to protect and provide, which are traditional qualities when these women don't hold traditional qualities themselves. They will say that these men are fat, they're broke, they're not real men, etc., etc. Whereas, you know, there's no critique for the women. Women can be whatever they want to be. They can run up the mileage, get high body counts, can have bad attitudes, can refuse to cook and clean in the home, you know, etc., etc. Be high-flying career women. And that's all well and good. Do whatever you want to do with your life. But, you know, don't be a hypocrite and be an untraditional person and then require people to be traditional to be with you. So anyway, let's carry on.
Even have like his life in check. He's still driving the hoopty from high school. But you want a traditional girl. Like, what happens when you bring that girl over here? You're gonna basically make her a Western woman, and she's gonna realize like this guy really doesn't have his shit together. Now she's gonna cheat on you.
I mean, there is some legitimacy to what she's saying. Let's hear what this woman's saying here.
Ladies, today I want to talk about a big issue happening in dating that you might not realize is affecting you, but it is, and that is the rise of the passport bro. What is a passport bro, first of all? Passport bro is a man who is from a Western country who seeks out foreign women to date. For example, I used to live in Miami, and a lot of men I knew there would only date women from Eastern Europe or South America because the women in these countries come from cultures that bring them up to have more feminine energy, and they are taught to be more submissive toward men and to be housewives, whereas women like you in the West were maybe conditioned to be in your masculine energy, right? Never depend on a man, have a career, be Miss Independent, be all these things. And because of social media and online dating, you are now competing with women in these countries too. You may not have even realized that. And men are choosing them.
Yeah, you don't realize that you're competing because you have the main character mindset. You think the whole world revolves around you. And many women, they walk around with that kind of mentality that they are the main character and everybody else is just a cameo in their life. That's why you would think like that. Men, we understand that we're competing. We understand that from day one because we experience rejection quite a lot, you know? So anyway.
A lot of the times because they're in their feminine energy and they make them feel more masculine. Also, a guy who you consider average is looked at as like a king to these women because in their countries, maybe the men are just not making that kind of money that they're making in America. So where does that leave you? Well, it leaves you now having to get in the game and compete with these women. And one of the ways you can do that is by mastering your feminine energy. And I have a whole system dedicated to teaching you this. It is linked in my bio. Check.
Isn't it funny that this woman is basically selling a course to women on how to be feminine women? Isn't that weird? Like, I'm going to teach all you modern women in America or the UK or Australia. I'm going to teach you how to pretend to be a feminine woman. Not actually how you need to be a feminine woman. Let me teach you how to pretend, how to act like a feminine woman. This is crazy, bro.
Check it out. Also, maybe consider becoming a passport girly and dating a man from one of these countries who's more in his masculine.
Bruh, that doesn't even make sense. Now she's saying that, oh, maybe you women have to be passport girlies. Bruh, the men in those countries don't make as much money as men in first world countries. You literally would be dating down. And we know women don't want to do that. You lot practice hypergamy. That's why the men that you're rejecting in your home country, they are able to be successful in those countries because the men over there are not up to the same level. This logic doesn't compute. It makes no sense, dummy.
Energy, or only focusing on men who aren't interested in foreign women. Follow me for more dating tips and good luck. And comment your thoughts.
Women are not good at dating advice. Women should not give men dating advice or give each other dating advice. They're actually awful at that. Awful. It's crazy, bro. Anyway, there was another video I wanted to see.
A lot of women laughing at passport bros because we can replace men like you with cats and dogs, but y'all have to literally go to another country because no other woman in your own country wants you anymore.
This woman is gassed saying that we can replace you men with cats and dogs. You idiot. A cat or a dog or any kind of pet is not going to replace human companionship. You idiot. With your tattoos of all these random demonic things and that upside down moon pendant you have in your neck. Bro, like, bruh, this is a joke. And you're so gassed. Oh, we can replace you. We can replace you. But guess what? You women are not happy, fam.
That's what we call a whole cope, honey.
Say whatever you may.
No, you're coping, fam. You're coping with your cats and dogs. Yeah? They're so like, oh, man. Like, it's just a joke. Like, anyway, the projection is real. Anyway, let's see what this woman's got to say.
Is actually a great example of how men really don't understand women's lived experiences. Now, Theo Thayer, whatever that is responding to Passport Bro video. So let's see exactly what Theo Thayer has to say. No, you're not. It burns you. They go to other places to look for women, and no man comes here looking for you. People want to be wanted, and you're not. So and I kind of understand, he has only had his own experience as a male, and I'm guessing he's projecting he's had his experience as a male who's largely ignored and feels unwanted, invalidated, maybe even rejected, because the experience that women have, starting from puberty, unfortunately, grossly, is that they're noticed. No matter what they look like, no matter how they may dress down, no matter how much they try to not bring attention to themselves, they are noticed. If a woman wants attention, that's no problem at all. We are not sad when men stop paying attention to us because men never stop paying attention to us.
That's not actually correct, is it? Because once you lot hit the wall, that attention that you was getting disappears very rapidly. So I don't know what you're talking about, and you're obviously not in your prime years yourself. So I'm sure the attention that you used to get when you was younger is considerably different to what you're getting now. Yeah, so I don't know like why you're talking with this bravado. It's a joke. Cope.
The myth that women become invisible after a certain age just really isn't there.
I already know this woman's lying. Look how she looked to the side. As soon as she said that, she looked to the side. Listen, there's always gonna be the outliers there that, yeah, there's some women that they hit the wall, they come outside of their prime years and they're still good looking and attractive and still got man wanting them. Yeah, sure, but that's not the majority. Majority of people are average. So if you already started off average looking and then you just come out of your prime years, then bruh, your attraction level, the amount of attention you're going to get is going to decrease significantly. I've done videos reacting to women complaining that they're not getting the attention they used to get now that they're older. In fact, there's women that try to shame men their age because those men want to date younger women. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Men are always going to be interested in women because women have that one thing that men want that they cannot replicate somewhere else. Women can kind of replicate what men have, but sometimes they like the real life thing.
Wow. So basically she's saying that men will always want women regardless of how old they are, how they look or whatever, because they've got this special superpower that a man can't replicate. They can't go and get it elsewhere. But you're talking about passport bros. So basically passport bros, the whole concept is leaving women behind and getting a better woman out there in the world, getting better foreign women. So actually in essence, the passport bros thing proves that a man can go elsewhere and replace you. What are you talking about? What are you going to replace the man with? A toy? A rose? Like, you're an idiot, bro. You're just chatting rubbish. Everything you're saying is cope. It's not real.
We have options, men don't. To such an extent that they will leave the country and go to a place where they are secretly ridiculed and mocked and used only for their American dollars.
And you women back in the home countries doing the same thing. What are you talking about? Women laugh at men for being short. Women laugh at men for being ugly. Women laugh at men for being broke, even though the man is making average money, but they will say he's broke. So what are you talking about? You women in these first world countries, you look down on men as well. So like, what are you talking about? At least if he does passport bros, he can possibly find the type of woman that he likes that will at least treat him nice, even if she doesn't 100% mean it. You're going on like women in first world countries don't chase men with money. Like that's probably the number one thing women talk about. How much money does a man make? Now, it's not all women. Obviously, it's not all. Disclaimer, it's not all women, but a lot do. Especially women that come out on social media, like you, even though you're not even in your prime anymore.
They're going to do all that just to get that one thing. Don't worry about us, babe. We're okay.
No, you're not. You're on antidepressants. You're so okay that you're making these stupid videos. You're so okay. The other woman talked about she's gonna get cats and dogs to replace a man. That's not okay kind of talk to me. If you was okay, you wouldn't even be talking about passport bros because you wouldn't care. Like, what are you on about? The cope is so real. They're so lame, bro. Like, I just find them to be so hilarious. Hold on. Let's take a look at another one. What's this one got to say?
Mid basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that we wouldn't even look twice at, are...
Big up to Daniel for the super chat. He says the hypocrisy is insane. I've yet to hear a success story on the passport, sis. Bro, this is what I'm saying. Passport, the whole idea that women can do the same moves as men as in passport bros is ludicrous. It doesn't compute, because the women essentially would be going to third world countries to meet third world men. Like it doesn't compute. The men can do it because men are not so hyper focused on a woman being rich or having money or having resources or having connections or networks and stuff like that. A man will couple up with a woman who, she might be broke, she might be living in a village somewhere, blah blah blah, very very simple, etc etc, but if she's decent looking and she's feminine and she lets the man be the leader in the relationship, a lot of men will be okay with that. We don't need the woman to be some CEO. Whereas a lot of women in first world countries, they want a man to be making 100,000 every year. That's crazy. They want a man to be a high value man. If he's not a high value man, he's no good. Oh, would you be okay to couple up with a man that's average? No, or average man's not good enough. He needs to level up. Fam, like it's insane. It's insane. And guys, make sure you put moderators, make sure you put the link to calling the show in the live chat as well. Yeah, the link to calling the show is in the description box below. I'm gonna let the callers in after this reaction. All right,
just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like, I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, how can we stop this? It's out of control and it's getting to a point where it needs to be stopped.
Wow. So this woman here, this is how diabolical some women are in this world. Yeah. She's basically saying that men in her country, in America, who are men she would reject and look down on and wouldn't give the time of day, these men are able to go to other countries and couple up with better looking women, and she doesn't understand how this works, and she wants to find a way where women can stop this from happening. Why would you be so vindictive and evil that you want to stop men from finding happiness elsewhere? You don't want those men, so why are you trying to stop them from finding happiness with women that want to be with them? You're a very evil woman. See, this is what it is. This is why men are trying to get away from women like you. You're very evil and vindictive. Why don't you just live your own life? Your first world career woman. I don't need no man. I only want a Chad or Tyrone life. Why don't you stick to that? Why do you want to block men that you're not interested in, that you will never date, that you will never sleep with? Them men are able to find women out there in the world, but you want to block that. You're an evil, evil woman, fam. Very evil, very demonic. That's got nothing to do with you. You want these men to stick around and be simps and be desperate and chasing after you and basically just chasing after you like some puppies. Very evil.
Translation.
Anyway, hold on.
Disappointed me since I've been living here is the amount of coonery that I've seen in Tokyo. And sorry to say, but it's mainly from black men from America. The way that I have to watch y'all treat me and my fellow black sisters like shit, but treat the Japanese women all delicately like they're special flowers is insane. The amount of times that I've met black men from America who give people the N-word here is crazy. I recently went to a club and this black guy was asking me how my experience is here dating, and I was telling him, and then he was like, well, I'm in heaven here because, you know, they like fetishize us, so they be worshiping us and doing whatever the fuck we want, so I'm in heaven. What? Nani? Or the black men that'll be talking to me, and then when we get done, they're like, I enjoyed the conversation, you're so cool, I love black women, I worship black women, I wish there was more in Tokyo, and then we'll go over.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. A lot of these women, they want worship. A lot of these modern Western women, they have the mother goddess ideology. They want men to worship them. Whether these are white women, black women, wherever, bro. They want men to worship them. That's why they don't want men to go out there and find better women, better suited women. No, they want you men that they don't find attractive. They want you to be stuck, simping, chasing your tail, wasting money on them, giving them money, signing up to OF accounts, doing all this dumb crap. That's what they want you to do. They want worship, and this is demonic. Men are not meant to worship women. That's demonic, bro. If you're going to worship any entity, it's meant to be the Most High. That's the only entity you're meant to worship. Think about how many times you hear women talk about, men are meant to worship me. Men are meant to worship me. Any woman that talks like that, you already know what she is. Anyway.
Over to their Japanese girlfriend and then talk shit about us. When black American men get over here, the coonery be on 10. Y'all need to pipe down because they do not give a fuck about y'all. Something that has greatly disappointed.
She can't be happy anywhere. Oh well.
Yeah. Swearbar. Hold on, there's another one.
I'm gonna say this because maybe people aren't saying it enough, and if you are, say it louder and say it again. The men that come to these foreign countries, que creen que están acabando, creen que son papi shampoo. Y'all come to Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, you go to the continent of Africa, and y'all think y'all special because women are cooking and cleaning and hanging on to every word you say and being submissive is because you're special. You're fucking not. It's because of culture. It's because we are taught, it's ingrained into the minds of little girls since they're 4, since they can talk, to be your slave.
Why has it got to be a slave thing? This woman, obviously, she's talking Spanish, but she's obviously westernized. She's probably in America somewhere, fully Americanized. Like, the women in these countries, it's in their culture. They're taught and raised to be slaves. Why is it a slave thing? See, this is why these modern women are not suited with traditional men. They're not even suited with the men that they want. Because they see it as the man is meant to worship them and they don't have to do anything. They don't need to bring anything. They are the table. Happy wife, happy life. All this crap. Bro, these women are no good, bro. They're no good to anyone, fam. They just meant to be single. That's it. They're just meant to be single, fam.
That's why you're coming to these countries. And a lot of y'all are exploiting children. Let's keep it a beat.
Oh my God. Now we're going to the PDF file talk, bro. They're going to the PDF file talk. Instead of identifying the individuals that are doing the wrongdoing, the dysfunctional, disgusting individuals that are doing the evil crap. No, because they want to stop men from finding happiness out there. They want to label every man that travels to another country. He's a PDF file. He's doing something deviant. Bruh. At this point in life, yeah, I just realized what a lot of these women are. Like, so it don't really surprise me anymore, because, you know, it's like talking or listening to the mind of a child, like someone that's very immature and they're very selfish and self-centered, and they think they're the center of the universe, and they think that, everything needs to, be molded to suit me. And if it doesn't suit me, then there's something wrong with the world. Bro, the fact that you're talking about, all these guys, passport bros are doing deviant behavior is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you need to identify the individuals that are committing the crimes, not everybody. Like, that's crazy. Bro, I can't even continue listening to anything you gotta say. You're an idiot, bro. You're actually an idiot, bro. So we got this guy here, and he had something to say about it. He said 2 reasons why passport bros are beta males. Let's see what he's got to say. And after this, we're going to get to the caller show.
Now, passport bros typically fall into one of 2 camps only. Camp number 1 are guys who ultimately want the power in the relationship. Okay. Camp number 2 is guys who've not gotten any attention at home and want an easier time and seek validation and attention. So let me repeat that. Camp number 1 is guys who ultimately want the power, all the power in the relationship. So if she's a traditional woman and you are more of a, alpha male, and you want that woman who stays at home, cooks, cleans, does all that stuff, then fine. Maybe you're in that camp. Number 2 is the guy who's hardly gotten any attention in his home country. Women are not paying attention to him. Maybe he's just average looking, average Joe, and he wants an easier time and feels like, okay, these foreign women will be more interested in me. So here's the kicker. I would say statistically that 95% of passport bros fall into camp number 2, where they're an average Joe and they receive almost no attention in their home country. In their mind, they justify and say, well, I want a traditional woman. Well, sure they do, but ultimately they want attention because they're not getting any in their home country. Okay.
That's not necessarily true. I think a lot of guys, they can actually attract women, but they've had bad experiences with women that they've actually dated or been in relationships with or even married with. Yeah, I don't necessarily think the majority of passport bros are guys that can't even get any women to talk to them.
Okay. Now, that is typically a beta male. A beta male has a very hard time getting attention because they don't know how to get attention and they're not alpha enough to get that attention, right? So if you don't believe me, just watch any episode of 90 Day Fiancé. It's kind of pathetic, right? These guys that clearly can't date in their home country and they struggle with dating in their home country.
That's an extreme example, 90 Day Fiancé. Like, that's an extreme example. I'm sorry.
And I'm telling you, as also a guy, look, I was married before and I've been single for 2.5 years. I have no problem meeting women here in the United States, in Atlanta. No problem getting dates. And I don't use dating apps anymore, but I used to use dating apps. I go to parties, for example, and I DJ for fun. For example, I met 2 young women under 35 at a party. I DJ'd a house party on Friday. There was another party that I went to and I was DJing, or not went to, I was DJing, and I got 2 phone numbers that night. Like, I have no problem.
Yeah, but what do those women look like though, bro? Because again, when guys always talk about I get women, I want to see what these women look like, bro. Because if you're getting ducks, I mean, that's not nothing to brag about.
Competing here. And that's the sad reality about passport bros. In camp number 2, typically, which is I would say is 95% of passport bros, is they just can't compete here because they either haven't put in the effort, they don't know how. And also, if you don't believe me, just watch any video on YouTube of guys in Thailand walking along in Bangkok, right, on the strip, the party strip. Look at the men. Look at the men in those videos. They look sad and pathetic. They're overweight. They don't even take care of themselves. They're wearing fucking sandals and t-shirts and shorts. They look like shit. And the women are all over them because they're looking for somebody to help provide for them, right? Because it's a third world country. But they can't dress like that and act like that in the United States or in Canada, for example, or in many other countries and expect to get attention and have success with women. So it's like, really, dude? So I'm going to stick with that most of the men, maybe it's not 95%, but out of 100%, would you guys agree that it's at least 70-30? Okay, let's knock the 95 down to 70-30. Would you guys agree that 70% of passport bros is because the reason why they want to move to another country, they're interested in foreign women, is because they get no attention here? Would you agree that 70%?
I would say that a lot of the guys are just average guys. I don't think they're necessarily, the majority of guys are just some mad overweight, don't know how to dress, don't know how to speak, don't know how to do basic things guys. I think that especially in America, somewhere where I lived for many years, what I noticed is if you're an average guy, you don't have any kind of superpowers, tall, good looking, money, network, etc., bro, it's going to be difficult for you to find women of your looks match. It's going to be hard for you to get with women of your looks match. It just is. So everything he's saying is just like, bro, I think a lot of these passport bros are just average guys, bro. Most average women in first world countries don't want to couple with average guys. Even the thought of a man being average is seen as nasty. They just like, I don't want that. So anyway,
let me know in the comments, okay? Because I want this to be a fair discussion. But let's just say the majority is because they're not getting, and the more majority of passport bros is that they're not getting any attention here. In fact, there's a guy, Redbeard Rants. This guy lives in Brazil, right? And he's a dating coach dude, young guy. And he even posted the video recently on average guys don't get any attention back in the United States. And I'm thinking, okay, well, you could be still average and get a lot of attention if you level up your game. Get out the fuck.
Then you wouldn't be average no more. What you just said is stupid. You could be average and get a lot of girls if you level up your game. That means you would level up and then you wouldn't be average anymore. Because if you're going to say, oh yeah, you got to be in great shape and you got to get your money up and blah, 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 then you wouldn't be an average guy anymore, would you? Like, that's the whole point.
Fucking dating apps and learn how to meet people organically and cold approach and take care of your body and everything. And then this guy's, average looking, I guess. But the bottom line is I'm going to stick to my opinion here.
I wonder what this guy thinks of himself. I'm guessing this guy thinks he's some superhero, bro.
That statistically 70% at very minimum of passport bros don't get any attention in their home country. They need to get, they're interested in foreign women. And as a result, they're a beta male. They can't compete here, right? And maybe that's not the right term to describe them, but I'm going to call them beta males because if they were truly an alpha male, they would figure out a way how to get attention and to improve themselves and compete. Right? The
only way you'd be able to quote unquote level up and compete is by getting more money. But then you're just going to attract more gold diggers because if you haven't got the height, the look, I mean, bruh, the women are not naturally going to be attracted to you, bruh. And that's just the thing. That's just it, fam. Like, I don't know what else you're really going to do. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're a shorter guy as well, bruh. Like, it's brutal. It's brutal out there. It's brutal. The looks is the main thing about it, bruh. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And I'm talking in terms of you attracting your looks match. I'm not talking about you, really punching way above your weight class. I'm talking about your looks match. But anyway.
Right. If they can't compete, they're a beta male. The alpha males compete all the fucking time. They're like, okay, bring it on, bro. So this is what I'm talking about.
The added aspect is that a lot of women think that they're 10s. Most women think that they're better looking than they actually are as well. So the fact that hypergamy plays a part, if most of these women think that they're better looking than they actually are, then their dating expectations are even higher than they should be in reality. So that's an added aspect as well.
So 2 reasons, right? And I already mentioned one reason. One reason is that they can't compete in their home country, right? And they say they all want a traditional woman, but yet the women in North America, are not very traditional. But for me, I don't care. Like, I'm like, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with these guys? Why do they want a woman to take care of the house and clean and cook and all shit? Do it yourself.
What? This guy's an idiot. So, bruh, women in first world countries want men who are going to protect and provide for them and pay all the bills, ideally. look after them. The least a woman can do is cook and clean and do some of the housework in the house. If he's going to be paying all the bills, why wouldn't you want your woman to contribute just in the household? Literally, women talk about how they make a house a home and, you know, blah, blah, blah. They're nurturing and all that. Why wouldn't they want to look after their man? This guy's an idiot, bruv. He's saying do it yourself. So basically, in essence, you're saying a man should be the protector, level himself up so that he's above average, so that he can pay all the bills, fulfill all those dating requirements, and then still do all the housework and the cooking in the house. You're an idiot, bruv.
I cook, I clean, I do everything myself. I don't need a woman in my life, other than for some companionship here and there and some sex. But I don't really need that.
That's not the point, whether you need a woman in your life. We're talking about when you're in a relationship, when you do have the woman there. What are you talking about?
If I really, really, really want it, and I'm having a hard time meeting someone or haven't met somebody in a while, well, fuck, I can pay for it if I want.
Look, now he's talking about if I really want someone to cook and clean, I'll pay for it. Bruh, what are you really talking about? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, bro.
I'm saying I'm very self-sufficient. I don't need somebody to cook, clean, do my laundry and all this shit. So
it's not about need. It's about give and take. And if somebody actually cares about you and wants to contribute to your life and the relationship, that's what it's about. It's not about the man needing someone to come and cook and clean. That's not the point. The point is when you get into this kind of relationship, like you need to bring value to each other in one way or another.
Feel like most of these passport bros are lazy motherfuckers, can't cook and clean themselves. They're fat, right? And they're just pathetic. And so that's the point I'm trying to make is like, don't be idle.
So they're pathetic because wow. He's saying men are pathetic if they want a woman that is going to be willing to cook or clean. What? Wow. Listen, and if you've got any gripe or you don't agree with what I've got to say, don't spam it in the chat. There's a link to call in the show that's pinned to the live chat. You can talk to me directly because I'm not going to address what you're writing in the chat. You can speak to me like a man. Yeah?
These passport bros because really ultimately they're beta males that can't compete. So that's number one. Number two is they're desperate, right? And they're desperate because they can't meet a woman. They're not getting attention here, and they're desperate for that female companionship. And here's the thing, man. When you reach a point where, wait a minute, I don't need a woman in my life, and I can compete. You've leveled up yourself. You've worked on yourself, your purpose. You're going to the gym. You're looking good, and you're doing you're putting in the work, right? And this is the thing I have against these passport bros mostly is I see them on 90 Day Fiance and I see them in these walking tours in Thailand. And I'm like, you guys are pathetic. You don't even take care of yourself and you make little money, right? They're going on and on about, wow, you can survive. You can live a good lifestyle on $2,000 a month. Fuck. Like, really? Well, no.
This guy sounds like one of these modern women, bro. He sounds like, oh, men are pathetic. You men are pathetic. You're living off $2,000 a month and you're pathetic and you're fat and blah, blah, blah. All the guys that go and travel to other countries are not fat and broke, you idiot. Like, this guy's really, really going hard, bro. Like, I don't really get it, bro.
No wonder you want to move over there because $2,000 a month is like nothing. That doesn't even cover my rent per month. So that just tells me, look, these guys have not able to compete with other men or other women in their own home country. So their income is low. They're not getting any attention. And this is all their fault. They've not put in the work. They've not put in the work in themselves.
Blood, most people are average, you fucking idiot. This guy's an idiot. I can't even listen to this guy no more. This guy's a fucking idiot. Most people are average. That's just how life goes, dummy. Most people are not fucking rich, you idiot. most people are not exceptionally handsome and good looking. Now, do I agree? Yes, men should get in shape. You should make sure you're healthy and in shape and make sure you're not broke. But to try and act like, oh yeah, it's your fault because these women with their high dating standards, they don't want you, so it's your fault. And if you go and date outside of the country, then you're desperate and a loser and a beta. That's ridiculous. What a fucking idiot, bruv. I've had enough of listening to his crap. He's an idiot, bruv. Big up to Andrew for the super chat. He says, yo, King, have you seen the new cohabitation laws the UK put in place where if you live with a woman more than 3 years, they are entitled to your assets? Yeah, I have actually seen that, bro. I've actually seen that. I was talking about it yesterday. It's actually crazy, fam. Like, but, yeah, that's crazy. All right, cool. So we got a few callers. I really want to get some new people calling as well. So if you haven't called in before and you feel like you want to call in, don't be scared, man. The caller link is in the StreamYard. The StreamYard link is in the live chat and it's in the description box. So if you've got a point to share, then call in. All right, cool. We've got a few of the usual suspects. So let's see what they got to say.
Hey,
yo,
what's up? Yeah, so that was a crazy video. You know, passport bros are definitely not betas. We are alphas. It's been scientifically proven.
Scientifically proven. All right.
Well, you know, I'm just messing around, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day. Just you know, not a bad looking dude, and we were having this conversation. He was like, I didn't get my first girlfriend until I was like 21 or something. I'm thinking like, wait, hold up, this guy is not unattractive, he's got money. And I'm like, okay, if this guy is struggling, then what does that mean for the average man walking down the street? So it's like, it's so bad to the point where, like, in the past, like, if you rewind like 10 years ago, when you think of a passport bro, you're thinking of like a 60-year-old man, you know, who's down on his luck and he's going to Thailand or whatever. But nowadays, you'll see like Chad Lights that are geomaxing because the standards have gotten so bad that they can't date their looks match.
Because this is the thing, that bald guy kept saying how all these guys, they're all bald and fat and broke and blah, and I'm like, brother, like, I know guys personally in real life that they've been doing this passport, but they didn't even call it passport bros. They're just like, I've traveled and I've dated women outside. They never even had the title. And these are not fat broke guys that have no game. Like, these are guys that, yeah, they dated women at home, but they want to go and see what else is out there, and they might have found something better out there.
That guy was the second coming of Derek Jackson. Remember?
Basically, I was thinking that. Like, he was definitely pandering.
Definitely, yeah. His whole talking
like,
points
yeah,
just.
Man,
He sounded like he sounded like a woman, typical woman with shaming lines at a certain point.
You know what though? Maybe you know what? I have a theory. Maybe that works for some guys. Maybe saying all those feminist talking points, maybe it works for some guys. Who knows? Maybe Derek Jackson.
Are they really getting played by doing that?
I think some guys might. I mean, for some guy like Derek Jackson, I think it definitely would work.
Well, of course, definitely.
Archetype.
But he's got the look that a lot of women will like though. That's the thing. So he could pretty much say a lot of dumb crap and still do well with women because he's got the build and the height and that.
His feminist talking points definitely helped him with dating, I think.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Daniel, what do you want to add?
Yeah, what's it? When the woman was talking about passport cis, that passport cis are not the same as passport bros. I've yet to hear a story where a passport cis has gone to a foreign country, met a foreign man. That man has gone down on one knee, proposed to her, and they lived happy ever after. But they're literally going to a foreign country to go after the guys that they already ignore in the West. Like, make that make sense.
Yeah. This is the thing about the whole passport cis thing. It doesn't make sense because you're going to a poorer country where typically the men are going to be poorer. Like,
Actually, passport
how's
cis
that gonna?
is
How
not
they gonna
uncommon.
win in that situation? Gun, what are you saying?
It's not uncommon. Like, for example, less attractive women will go. I mean, it's not super common, but it's becoming more common. Like the less attractive women, like let's say the fatter women, the women that are just older, they are starting to go to non-Western countries so they can get like I guess like they want to secure the Chad, especially like a lot of these like white girls. Like I was seeing this like the other day. There's like this white girl and she's trying to learn like some other language so she can get the Chad in that country. Like they think that they'll have less competition in that other country. Like
That
What are
guy,
those countries?
that Chad, he's definitely got his girlfriend in the country. Number one,
yeah,
number
but
two,
women are so
she's
delusional. Women are
yeah,
so
they're
delusional.
delusional
They don't
because
realize it.
she's gonna be paying all the bills. Yeah, he ain't gonna be paying nothing. Remember, because he's from a country with a lower economy. So okay, he's Chad. Yeah, say the guy is a Chad or a Tyrone in that country. Yeah, but still, the woman is gonna be paying the bills, and she ain't gonna be happy with that. Especially a woman that comes from a first world country. Yeah, she's gonna be happy. Oh yeah, I'm a average at best chick, and I've got this Chad. But guess what? When you bring Chad back to America and or England and he starts cheating on you, you're not gonna be happy, fam.
I mean, yeah, I think it's like, you know, I mean, obviously it's a thing. Like if you watch 90 Day Fiance, I know it's a show, and but it's a thing. It's definitely not as common for like women to do that. But it's still technically a thing, although it's not gonna be a huge thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's more of a thing of like, okay, I understand like the older women or the less attractive women doing it, but like even like the more to average women to better than average looking women, they ain't really
They're
gonna like,
they're
it don't really
reverse.
work for them. Like, do you get what I'm
They're
saying?
reverse passport cis. They're trying to get to the west. So the women from the non-Western countries are trying to get to the west. So they're like
Yeah,
reverse passport bros.
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Mali, what do you think about it?
I think there's like an underlying issue that everyone seems to kind of forget when we talk about passport bros. Because I even asked you, is it F, the white guy?
Oh,
What's your name, bro?
JS, me?
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
think
go
it's
by JS.
JS. All right, cool. So we spoke yesterday, and I asked you about like how independent passport bros are. I say independent, but borderline lonely, and the fact that for you to go to a foreign country by yourself and commit to staying there for a long period of time on your own without knowing anyone that lives there, you have to be the type of person that has been so used to being by yourself and alone that going to another country doesn't really phase you that much, because most people that can't relate to that, we have like a friendship group, people that we socialize with at work or whatnot. So going to another country by ourselves would be a bit daunting and a bit scary. So I think that's the issue in itself, because if you're so comfortable to just be by yourself in another country that you're not familiar with at all, I think that says a lot about the person. And I think no one's kind of talking about that issue. I think if you're so used to being alone for long periods of time, I think that can cause a lot of issues, and I think a lot of passport bros can relate to that. But no one kind of questions them on it. They just look at like the dating side of it. But
I think.
I
Do you know
think
what?
there's more layers to it than that.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? Yeah, because I've watched a lot of these passport bros content, and they actually do have like groups where they meet other expats, bro.
Yeah.
Like they have groups so let's say for instance you go on YouTube and you look up, oh yeah, I want to go and meet I want to go and move to, I don't know, South Africa. No, let's say Nigeria. No, let's say Japan. You want to go and move to Japan, yeah? And then it'll be like, okay, yeah, and guess what? You can meet other international people. Just join this Facebook group. then boom, like you can meet other people that are from other places, and that's really good, because then that's gonna be the start of your network. Like no matter where what you do, if you travel somewhere else, it's not gonna be like how it is when you're at home with all your people you grew up with.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And people travel, bro. That's just natural. People do that, bro. People don't stay in the same place their whole lives, bro. Like
but there's a difference between traveling and going to a passport bro type. Like put it this way, if you were going somewhere with your friends, I could understand that, because you're going as like a collective. If you're just going somewhere for a year by yourself, you've got to take certain procedures. So if you're just joining some random Facebook group with random people, fair enough, they could be the most networky, that could work out lovely, that could work out perfectly, but that's not going to correlate the same way as it would with your friends that you've grown up with since you were kids back home. It's just not gonna
but bro, people do that all the time, bro. Like even for instance, let's say you don't leave the country. Let's say you stay in your country, but you move like to the other side of the country. You don't know no one there. It's the same thing, bro.
Not really.
Why?
Because in let's say you live in the UK and you move from London to Manchester or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? You're saying that a plane is going to be the same as a train ticket? Like it's not the same.
No, I'm not talking about how you got there, bro. What I'm talking about is the fact you don't know no one there.
Yeah, but you can go back. You've still got your friends that aren't too far away.
I'm giving you, bro, you're nitpicking. I'm giving you the example, that when you move somewhere new, you're going to have that same issue. So it's not really going to stop people from traveling, bro. People travel, fam. You see, let me tell you one thing. Like, because when I was your age, you're like 21. When I was your age, or no, maybe a bit younger than that. Yeah, I used to think, I don't want to move nowhere. I don't want to go nowhere. All my friends are here. Like the girls I like are here. Like I can't imagine going nowhere. Then I got the opportunity to go to America. I didn't know no one there, bro. No one. Yeah, and guess what? It worked out, fam.
Yeah, but you didn't go for the same reasons that these lot are going.
It doesn't matter. No, but that's not what it doesn't matter the reason you're going there for. The fact of the matter is, if you go, no, listen, bro. The fact of the matter is, if you go somewhere new that you don't know no one there, whether you're going to go and meet a wife and live there, or you're going there to play American football or whatever, bro, you don't know anyone there. You have no network. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is, like, if there was someone that was moving to another country for a sporting reason, I wouldn't correlate that with someone that's moving to another country to date someone.
But the point you're always talking about was the fact that you don't know no one there, not the reason why you've gone there.
Because I'm saying, if I'm saying the type of, because I asked F specifically yesterday, and he said yes to the question I asked him, and I asked him specifically, are these type of passport bros, are they the type of people that are spent so much time being by themselves? That's the main point I'm trying to get at. They've spent so much time in their home countries just being alone, being lonely, and just being independent, which sounds great, because a lot of us, we want to grind and be by ourselves and that. But I'm saying is that there's a deeper layer behind that, which can be dangerous. That's all I'm saying. So if you spent so much time being alone in your home country, and you're just going to go all the way to another country and just be alone over there, there's probably more to it than just wanting to date someone. You probably got inner issues that you haven't even addressed yet, which is why you've been so comfortable just being alone for so long.
So your point of what you're talking about is the fact that somebody is introverted, doesn't have a social life, that finds it hard to talk or make friends or whatever, and then they go and do passport bros, and then they go to another.
I don't think passport bros would be like a cure to your issue, if that makes sense. I think you've got to look at
that's a
other things
different
first.
issue now. That's a different, because that's an issue they have just in themselves. So no matter where they're at, because essentially they got that problem, even though they're in the same town that they grew up in, whatever, they've got that issue that they don't know how to socialize. They don't have communication skills or something like that. Like that's a different issue. That's a different issue.
But I'm saying leaving your home could potentially make it even worse. Is what I'm trying to get. To be fair, it could have.
So do you think that most passport bros are in that bracket?
This is what I'm saying. I asked F yesterday, and he said yes. and he's a
Yeah, but
passport
I'm
bro himself.
asking you, do you think
Yeah,
that?
so yeah, because I've got the reference from my man, innit? Because I had this thought for a while, and I was thinking, hold on a minute, if they've spent so much time, because only think about it, bro, only someone, well, most of the time, only someone that spent so much time being alone would think, you know what, I'm going to spend so much time being alone in another country, because I wouldn't do that.
I don't think
Like,
guys think, brother. I don't think guys are thinking, "Oh, I'm alone here, so let me go and be alone somewhere else." Who the fuck
no,
thinks
exactly,
that, bro?
no, because it's subconscious. That's what I'm saying. It's subconscious, bro. If you think of it like this, yeah, you you left the UK to go to America for a sporting reason, yeah. So obviously, in the back of your mind, you knew that he's going to be having to make new friends and whatnot. But your overarching reason was to propel in sports. So that is something that I could be like, you know, I respect that because this guy's actually trying to do something. But if you've left your country where you've just been alone your whole life, you've got no. It's not like you've got.
But
like
that's your opinion, though.
No, yeah, exactly. But that's why I asked Thing, innit? Because he's been a passport bro, so he knows.
Yeah, but that's it. Okay. Like, let's ask. Okay, fine. Because I think
can I
that
speak
what
on
you're
it?
saying is a bit niche. I think what you're saying is niche. Like, it's a niche. I don't know how big. I don't know how big the niche is, but I think you're saying a very specific scenario.
Can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so yeah. So there are people that don't socialize a lot and are more introverted, but not everybody is introverted for the same reasons. So you have some people who just aren't good at socializing, but sometimes you may live in a town where there's not a huge population, or you don't see the value in having a social group in your particular area. So for me personally, if I'm not dating the woman I want, I lose a lot of motivation. Like, I think a lot of people don't understand how um damaging that can be to some men. Like, if you feel like you're not getting the type of woman you want, you might not really see the value in doing a lot of things, because it really is a motivation for a lot of men. Like, if they're not getting what they think they deserve, um and it might not just be women, it could also be like, you could also be super stressed out by the cost of living in these Western countries. You can lose motivation very quickly, even if you're good at socializing, even if you, I mean, you don't have to be a social butterfly.
Yeah.
You know, you can just, like, when I went to these countries, like, okay, there are times where I have to be alone, but I
Yeah.
don't mind being alone sometimes. I still went and socialized with people. I
Yeah.
go to hostels, I meet actual locals there. Some of them will speak English and Spanish. Yes, it's pretty common. I did meet new people, and I still talk to certain people that I met in those countries.
Yeah.
It's just that, me personally, in my hometown in the US, there's no point in me really having, I don't personally see a point in having a big social group, because it's not really going to get me anywhere here. If I know a lot of people,
I hear that.
they get locked into a social group. Me personally, I come from an immigrant family, so I was never really very tied into the community, and never really accepted as well. So I never really got caught up in the whole, you need to be um, having friends with all these people. I just never really got caught into it. So I mean, I can socialize, and I don't think passport bros are just going there just because of a socialization issue. The main issue is women have high standards. They're not getting the quality of woman they want in the West. And if you're not getting that, it can be a huge, huge loss of motivation.
Let me ask you this,
Because
bro, because obviously what Mali was saying before, because he's saying what you basically co-signed what his thought process, that most passport bros are guys that are basically introverted and they're just single on their own, not talking to nobody, and then they think that the answer is to go abroad and I guess do that abroad.
I
Like, do
don't
you
even
agree with
think
that?
it's because of introvert. I think if those guys were introverted but they were still able to get the girl they wanted in their home country, then they would just stay in their home country. But they're not getting that. So the reason is because of women and cost of living. It's not because they're introverted.
I
It's
agree.
because they aren't getting the quality of woman you want. I don't Me personally, like, if I had the same social life but I still had the woman I wanted, it's like I don't care about, like, okay, everybody needs socialization, but I probably don't need the same level of socialization as the average person, and I'm cool with that. Some people's social battery is different. Some people, they need to be with people 24/7. I need some socialization, but I only need, like, what, maybe 4 hours a day of talking to people. I don't need as much socialization as the average person. Some people just like that.
I
You
think a
know,
lot of people as well, like once they got their partner, a lot of times a lot of times they'll kind of forget about their friends, bro.
True.
So, you
especially as you get
know,
older.
especially, yeah, the older you get as well, bro. Like, this is the thing. Like, the older you
Like,
get,
we're not
yeah,
high school kids anymore. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
all them little mates you got, it's not even a thing of you're cutting them off. It's just, bro, people grow apart, and then before you know it, you realize you only really talk to what, two people.
Yeah, life's
You
a
get what I'm
season.
saying? That's how it goes. That's real life. So it's just like all these, like, having a big network of friends. I mean, some people manage to do it, I
I'm not
guess,
saying I have
but
a big
that's not the
network, by the way.
majority.
My whole thing is like you can't run away from your problems, innit? So if you've got, because this could all be in someone's subconscious. They might not even realize how damaged they are or how, like, individualistic they're thinking when they're doing these certain traveling acts or whatever. But I'm just saying, if you're going somewhere that the first language isn't English, you're going to be there for a very long time by yourself, and you're not very confident, or you're not the most, like, out there kind of person. Just assess yourself in it, like, analyze what you've been going through before you've even got to this point, because, like I said, you can't run away from your problems, innit? Let's say you go there and then the issue gets even worse. Then you're like, oh, now what do I do now? Because this could look, this whole passport bros thing could sound like a lottery ticket to certain people, but then when you actually go through it and do it, you realize that actually it's not even what I thought it was. Then you're going to be even in a worse position than you was before. So then what do you do then?
Most men I've talked to actually always end up in a more positive position when they geomax. Like, literally, it's like it rarely
What
is
does
it.
geo?
I've rarely heard people say, "Oh, I went traveling and it was a disaster, bruv."
Yeah, like, I
That's
mean,
rare, bruv.
most people know, like, even if people have flaws, I mean, once you get to my age, you probably realize, like, nobody's perfect. Everyone has flaws, okay? Like, no
How old are
one's
you?
saying I'm 28, but what I'm saying
Oh,
is,
I'm older than you.
well, I mean, yeah, but I think, like, when you get to, like, your mid to late 20s, that's when you kind of realize what your personality is, and you kind of
Right.
just accept what you are.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like, it's not like I'm some, clueless kid. You kind of accept what your flaws are. You look at the dating landscape, you look at the statistics and all that, and you say, you know what? I got the money to do this. It's not the best. It's not like the outcome I would have really wanted. Like, if you were to put, like, a crystal ball, yeah, I would have liked to have had a girl that I could be attracted to in my own country, and then we would be together for forever. But that's just not really looking very likely.
Also,
So
I think there's a lot of guys, especially these days with the rise of internet, people like Andrew Tate and all these influencers that talk about you need to get better, you need to be a better man, you got to get in the gym. Even me, and I tell guys self-improvement stuff all the time. I think a lot of guys realize that, if they're in a shit position, that they need to improve it. I think a lot of guys already realize that.
true.
And
But
Yeah,
there's a
I think a
limit
lot
to
of
how
guys are
much you can
invested in self.
improve.
Yeah, a lot of guys are invested in self improvement, whether it's mentally, physically, or financially. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
And
So
I think it's fine to self improve, yeah, but like at some point you got to realize like, hey, there is a ceiling. If you're not a certain height, if you don't have a certain look, if you're a certain ethnicity, certain
if you're not in
things are
the
gonna
right
stack
environment,
against you.
Yeah.
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 And if I tell, like, let's say I was like an Asian guy or something, maybe I might want to go to Japan or something and not be stuck in America or something. If I'm if you're a black guy, maybe you go to Nigeria or Kenya or somewhere. You want to everyone geomaxing, like being a passport bro, you have to do it correctly. You got to pick.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
What's
country
I
is going to
agree.
be different
Yeah.
based off
But
of what
yeah.
your ethnicity is,
yeah,
your height
You
is.
got to
Yeah.
know what your advantages and disadvantages
Yeah, I would
are,
never
and
tell
Exactly.
like
yeah.
we were talking about this the other day. Like people were talking about, oh, black guys going to Asia. Again, I don't know about that. I think if you're a black guy, you either choose, you know, Africa or some
And I've
parts of Latin America.
and I've dated in Africa. I've done it for 4 years.
All right,
And
talk
there's
about
lots
your
of
experience with that
but
then.
oh, go on, go on.
Yeah. So my experience, it's been pretty positive. I can say it's been pretty positive. Like especially Sierra Leone, where my family's from. Like, I've had good experiences. Like my cousins have given me game, have given me advice on the dating aspect over there. And yeah,
I'll be
Okay.
honest,
I
South
feel
Africa
like
has the baddest women in Africa.
yeah, I'll say that Sierra Leone, where my family's from, we go good looking women. But there's also disadvantages as well.
Go on.
All right. So not all, but a lot of African women are having this Western mentality because the Western modern culture is starting to, well, hasn't started, but has branched over to Africa. And women are starting to think like, but the women and guys, if guys are thinking about going to Africa, you just gotta keep your head on the swivel and know the woman you're dealing with. That the only way you're gonna know if she's, traditional or feminine is by getting to know them. And you just gotta keep your head on the swivel, bro. Overall, my experience has been good. Like when it comes to, cold approaching, they're more welcoming, they're more well mannered than Western women. So
Do
I'll
you think
give you that.
the fact that you was like from London, do you think that made a big, like, do you think that was a big advantage, like the women were more interested in you because you was foreign to them?
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay. All right.
They were more friendly and they were more welcoming. Like UK women, like they're just standoffish. Now we had this conversation a couple live streams ago, King, about them being standoff and them just you try to approach them and they just keep on walking. That's
Yeah, the reality is if you're a certain type of guy that a lot of women in that target market don't really see as all that attractive, it's gonna be a long day, bro. I'm just being real and just being honest, bro. I'm not here to sell dreams, bro. Like if you're not the type that they automatically find to be like a guy that they will gravitate to, then it's I'm not saying it's impossible, but it may be a longer route than if you went to a different type of environment, and then the women are going to be more welcoming, more interested. That's just the game. That's how it goes,
So
bro.
would it be fair to say that, like, okay, if you're someone that's considering to do the passport bros thing, would it not be like a smart decision to like go there for like a week or two with your friends first to see what it's like for like a little holiday?
Yeah.
Just to see like a spell.
Yeah, definitely.
To understand the culture and what it's about.
And then come back and then fully make the transition to go there.
Yeah, you wouldn't going there by yourself and then be like, okay, I'm gonna stay for a year. And the first time you go there, that would be really crazy, bro.
That's what I've been saying the whole time, though.
No, that wasn't what you were saying, bro.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't, bro.
What was the difference that I said?
bro, you was talking about guys being lonely, and if they don't have no friends and they don't talk to anybody and they're lonely and then they go there to be lonely. You wasn't talking about the length of time of going there or going there with your friends.
There by
Bro,
yourself for a year.
I remember what you were saying, bro.
It is good to have company when you go to other places. I mean, I'm crazy and I've been to certain countries that are pretty dangerous by myself. But if you can get other people to go with you for like the first week, you should do it, because you don't necessarily know the ins and outs of that country. Because some places are.
This is the whole thing. Like, no one talks about that point though. They just brush over it and they just focus on.
Some people do talk about it. I mean,
yeah,
I think
but like it's never the main. Like when people talk about passport bros, they never talk about like the logistics of like testing out the country first for like a week or two, then coming back, then assessing the situation, then making a full decision to go there by yourself.
I don't know who you've listened to, but I've heard a lot of guys talk about the logistics of doing it.
I mean, most of the time I go to these countries that I didn't end up in dangerous situations, but I have had one situation where I was like, oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna live, but I mean, that only happened one time, but it was, I kind of realized I messed up, I have to take an L. I think sometimes people do overrate the danger. I think you can mitigate a lot of the stuff any of these countries, if you go out at night, please don't. If you're new to a place, please don't go out at certain times. Stay in the right area. You gotta do your research on the place.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're gonna go alone, you can do it, but you gotta be like extra cautious. Don't just
extra
be randomly
cautious. You're not at home.
Don't just be randomly walking down the street in Nigeria and at 3 a.m. with a gold chain around your neck. You're asking for trouble.
Hey, doctor. Yeah, no, I hear you. Doctor, what do you want to add to this?
Hey, my man, one second.
Oh, he's taking his time. All right, cool. And everybody, please like the video. Everyone hit the like button on the video. Please don't forget to do that, and hit the super chat and all that. So support what we're doing over here. And if you have an opinion, I see a lot of people scribbling in the live chat, bro. Like scribbling this, scribbling that, bro. Yeah. Just call in, hit the link, and speak your mind, man. Stop being scared, bruv. Like, you know, it's scary, man. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, go on. Who wanted to speak?
So would you you guys recommend it then? Because I don't think I would.
Do it, bro. Do it, bro. You only live once.
Yeah, give it a shot, man.
What do you have to lose, bro? Do it.
You haven't got nothing to lose.
So can you
never.
You would recommend it to guys?
I would say if you want to go and travel the world, why not, bro? Like, you've got one life. Yeah, wherever you live is not the whole world, bro. Like,
yeah, but traveling the world and being a passport bro I wouldn't say it's the same thing.
But essentially it is the same, bro. Bro, you can put a title on it or not put a title on it. If you travel, if you decide that, okay, I'm going to go and see what else is going on in this world. I want to go somewhere else. Yeah. And if there's women there that are interested in me, I will date them. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, whether you put a title on it or you don't, bro, it is what it is.
Yeah, Africa worked out for me. So why not try it?
Some dudes are so self-conscious about what society thinks about them. And I think they don't want to do it because of that.
Yeah, man, don't let this society like warp your mind or make you think like, oh, bro, a lot of times, bro, my thing is this: just be safe and be careful with whatever you're doing, bro. Like, just be smart about it. Like think logically. Like, for instance, as a black guy, yeah, you know that there's certain countries you probably wouldn't. It's probably best not to go there, bro. Like, for the best results, whether it's just you just want to travel and just having a good time, or maybe you do want to go there and, you know, see what those women are like over there. There's certain places you're probably not going to go. There's certain places that are probably more dangerous than other countries. You're not going to want to go there. You want to do the research. You want to go and research other guys that have gone over there. What have they said about it? Or go research what women say about foreign guys over there. Like, you have to do loads of research. Like, you do the logistics. You can't wait for other people to do it. You got to be proactive and do your own like footwork to find out what's going on. And then
yeah, go on. Yeah, what's it? Yeah, don't rush the process of researching the countries. No, take your time so you know the ins and outs of it and the pros and cons.
What
Yeah.
countries do you think British guys should go to versus like American guys? Because I mean, obviously there's the prices of flights, and then because obviously it's easier for an American guy to go to like Latin America, but for someone in the UK, I don't know, maybe an African country would be cheaper just
Yeah,
because
for
of
black,
distance.
if you're a black guy, then Africa or the Caribbean would be a good
Yeah,
option.
that's the only two places. Yeah, those two are the top two. Like
You know,
wherever you're
honestly,
from, like
But if you're
originally.
going
Wherever your roots are
Caribbean,
at.
if you're going
I don't.
Caribbean, then bruv, Caribbean and South America is pretty much the same kind of.
Yeah, but if you're from the Caribbean already, though,
Oh,
I think
okay.
But
if
they're
you're
pretty much
British,
next door
you know what I'm
it
saying?
would be
neighbors.
easier to go to an African country just because of like the distance.
Yeah,
I
or the
I don't think
roots.
it's that. I don't think the flight is that much different, bruv. I don't think
If
it's.
you look at the map, like for example, like it's much easier to go to like Ghana, like the distance on a map. I think
What
so.
from
I
the
mean,
UK?
Nah,
You're
I'm
saying?
talking.
unless I'm
Forget
geographically
that, bro. Let's
challenged.
talk. Forget that. Let's talk about how long it takes on the plane. You talk about look at the map. Who cares
Well,
what it
like the
looks like on
cost
a
of
map?
flight. Like for
Yeah.
example, when I was in Europe, I was looking at some of the flights to Africa, and they were when I was there, it was cheaper than
Oh,
like
the
where
the
I
cheap.
live.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, but it depends. Like flights is that depends on how
The
in
climate
advance
of
you're
everything.
planning it.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna take stops or are you gonna go direct? And
Mm.
what
Is
class
there
seat?
like an event in the country you're going to? Because that can bump up the price. Like,
Yeah, time of
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
What is it?
Or
The
like,
high
yeah.
or how
season.
frequently people travel in between. Because like, if you're like Nigerian, I would think that there would be like there would be way more people flying in and out from Nigeria to the UK versus the United States, because I think that
That's
they have like a
irrelevant,
large.
bruv. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant, bro.
Well, like the number of
All
flights.
that matters in terms of price is what's the time of year, bro. The time of year, is it high season? And yeah, is there something going on that is
is there
gonna
some event
make?
on? Yeah,
Yeah,
some sort of
Yeah.
yeah.
exactly. They don't care. Oh, there's loads of people flying from Nigeria today. Like, bro, is it the high season or not, bro? That's it.
Has anyone ever been to Ghana?
Nah.
I don't know. I wanted to
Nah,
go there,
bro.
but I don't know. I don't know much about it.
You know the
Ghana's
interesting
calm
thing.
still, from what I've heard from Ghana people that are from Ghana, grew up
It's
there. Ghana's
I
calm.
mean, if I were to go, I mean, I've been to Africa, but if I go to Africa, I mean, there's still a decent amount of countries with. I would go to like an English speaking country. I wouldn't go to like a French speaking country because I don't want to speak French.
I
Because
think
I was
I
just
think
thinking
you'd
like,
be all right in Ghana, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I was just thinking as well, like if someone like let's say a black Brit went back to their own country, like I don't even think I would call that a passport, bro. Now that I think of it, because it's like it's more of like I wouldn't. You get what I'm saying? Like let's say you can, Richard, you're Nigerian, right?
Mm.
Let's say you went back to Nigeria and just done your thing there. I wouldn't class that as you being a passport, bro, because you're Nigerian anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
I've had that thought as well because my family's from Sierra Leone. I've been going there since 2010, and I don't see myself being a passport because more time when I go to Sierra Leone is to see family. Most of my family are in Sierra Leone. That's the reason why I go there, and I end up dating the girls there because what's it? Like I'm not gonna spend that whole trip just with my family. I'm gonna interact with the locals, let alone the women. Like go out to the clubs, go to the beach, and just mingle.
Yeah. Because I was thinking like let's say I went back to Jamaica or whatever. Like, would that make me a passport, bro? I don't. Think
Not in
it
my
would.
opinion. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, just visiting your fam over there.
Yeah, you're just going back to like your second home, basically, isn't it?
Exactly.
How's the safety
I don't
in
think that we
Jamaica
should.
right now?
I don't think
Is
that
it
we should
okay?
put.
Yeah, Jamaica's calm, bro. As long as you stay, as long as you know, like, again, this is my whole thing. Like, do you know people that live there? Like, are you
I
just
don't
going
know.
there by yourself?
But here's the
just
thing:
walking around. Like,
Jamaica's also like extremely dangerous. So you'd have to stay.
I thought it was
Tourist.
it
dangerous
depends on
for.
who you ask, though. It depends because, like, it depends. There's a lot of factors that go into like you said, danger and like. It all depends, bro. Like,
he's a
who
white
do you know
white
there?
guy, bro.
Are you
He's a
from
white
there?
guy.
Do you look like the people that live there? Like, there's so
I
many.
don't know. It might be. Who knows? It may be safer for a white guy than a black guy. I don't know.
In Jamaica, nah,
In
man.
Jamaica.
Nah, you're a target. You're a
The
target.
thing about
if you're
Jamaica,
you're a target.
The
You're a target.
coast,
Well, I don't know.
the
Like
coast is
I don't know.
for
Sometimes I feel like some people they don't want to hurt white people as much. I don't know, but I
no.
guess it
Listen,
depends on the
Nah,
country, right?
man.
listen, bro.
No,
Nah,
Still
you'll get
man.
dangerous,
robbed.
man.
You get robbed, fam. You'll get robbed.
You get
Jamaica, yeah,
robbed,
they will
bro.
rob you
Yeah.
if you
Still
go too
dangerous.
far.
Still dangerous.
Hey,
Stay
doctor,
where
let doctor
stay on
speak.
the coast.
He's yeah, go on, doctor, go on.
I was just saying, like, especially with Jamaica, like that. Jamaica's lit. Like Jamaica's an incredible place, but if you should not venture too far into like outside of the designated area. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
designated
In a
area for the
designated
tourists.
area.
Yeah, don't go too far out because it can be real dangerous. You know, people will rob you. People,
Know the places to go and not to go.
yeah, you got to look that up. But I
Oh,
think the
Yeah.
the funny thing about the whole passport bro thing is that like people have been traveling the earth since the beginning of time. Like even
Yeah.
back in the Vikings and stuff, like those dudes would go and travel, go fight, kill people, take their woman, bring them back. So I think with the passport thing, the passport bro thing, it's a lot of dudes who are kind of doing like sex tourism in a way, and then they kind of lump that together with like everyone else.
Yeah.
But I feel like just traveling, like being a guy that travels to different countries, like you're just gonna, if you're a guy that can already attract women in America or already attract women in the UK, like when you go to France or Italy, like it's gonna be the same thing. Like
Yeah.
you're going to enjoy the city, you're going to enjoy new areas. There's just going to automatically be women there that you're going to meet, and some of them are going to like you. So I feel like even when you travel, I don't think you should put restrictions on like, oh, if you're a black guy, you should only go to Africa, or nah, man, like go everywhere.
Go everywhere.
Yeah.
I agree. I
I-
agree
One,
with
one
that.
country I will
agree,
warn
but
people about going to is Mexico. Please, please, please be careful. That's the
Why?
one
Why'd you
country
say that?
because of the cartel. I mean, I had a very horrifying story that happened to me. I had like 7 police officers. They put me in. They got me, but I didn't do anything. But I mean, I got out. But what
man
I'm
got
saying
caught with
is
a
the
brick or
police
something,
there
bro.
are little criminals. I mean, like in many third world countries. But
Would you say okay? You said they got you. Is it because did you
I
venture
didn't do
too
anything.
far? Did you go
No, I
too
didn't do
far?
anything. The police there are little criminals. They'll try to plant evidence on you.
Oh
Like
shit!
I'm not joking. Like I had a friend, um, who also they had the same thing happen to them in Tijuana, where they tried to. He was like the police tried to like plant drugs on him, and they try to arrest him.
So
Mexico's
corrupt.
crazy, bro.
I
Like
big up to Steven for the super chat. He says, "I'm enjoying the stream, King. Blessings. Appreciate you, bro."
like the thing about Mexico is like I don't know if y'all I don't know how much they talk about in Britain, but in the US it's pretty well known that Mexico is like really, really dangerous if you go to non-tourist areas because of like the drug cartel, and they basically have like more power than the actual government. So it's a really scary place to go to.
That's one of the things I don't really get, because a lot of the guys who go and travel to try to look for women, they only go to third world countries. But it's like I understand like, okay, the Western society thing, but there are plenty of extremely safe countries that you can go to where you can always also, meet people and find people to interact with. All of Europe, Australia, we got even in Africa, there's first world countries in Africa. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Egypt is a first world country. Like,
No.
is it not?
Egypt? I don't know
Egypt
about
isn't
that.
It's not a first world country.
I don't know
either
about
way.
that. I don't know about
But
that.
Egypt is definitely not a first world country.
I guess the point I'm trying to make is that like a lot of people restrict themselves. They only go to like poorer countries, but it's like they're
Yeah, but
so
in
many
terms
people-
of passport bros, the reason why they would tend to go to like the poorer countries is because those countries are gonna be more patriarchal. The women are gonna be more dependent on men, and so the women are gonna be raised to be traditional, if anything, because they value the importance of having a man to protect and provide for them. So like, why would you like think about it? If you're a guy and you're in America, you're in Wyoming or wherever, yeah, or you're in LA, right? Why would you go leave there to go to Australia, which is another first world country where the women have the same similar kind of feminist ideologies? Like, why would you go there? Like, to meet women anyway. I mean, if you want to just travel, yeah, go everywhere, innit? But like, if
Just
it was a
because
thing
of
of you're looking for more traditional women, a less feminized, westernized woman, why would I go to Australia? There's men in that. There's YouTube channels that I watch that are Australian men that are basically complaining, saying the exact same thing as UK and American men. They're saying the exact same thing, bro. Like,
Okay, that actually makes sense.
just because a
That's
country is richer or poorer doesn't necessarily determine its safety. So, for example,
I mean, there's a correlation. There's a correlation.
yeah, but like for example, a country like Botswana in Africa is actually much safer and much more stable than most African countries. Whereas, you know, like South Africa, I know it gets a lot of hype, but it's definitely one of the most wealthy countries in Africa. But it is extremely dangerous if you go to the like Cape Town. Like there's a high like murder rate. So like, and then like just there are countries that they don't have as much, they're not as wealthy but they're still safe, and then there's countries that, you know, they can be wealthier but they have a higher crime rate. I mean I would say
Oh
the
yeah, I get what you're
US
saying.
is more dangerous than the UK, even though it's a richer country technically speaking.
someone in the chat said Europe is not a first world. Is not first world. Europe is one of
I mean
two,
Europe is a big
three.
place.
Hold on. Europe is one of 3 and 2 world countries. Europe is not a country, first of all.
Europe is a big
So,
continent.
like, I mean, what? Hold on. Europe is not a country, first of all right? Because
You
this
can't
person
compare
saying
Bosnia.
hold on, bro, hold on. This person saying Egypt is more first world than Europe, bruv. Egypt is a country. Europe is not a country. Is not a country. I just want. And if you don't like anybody that's got anything to say, hit the link and join the discussion. Stop ranting in the live chat. All right. This is why I do a caller show so you can speak. All right. So yeah, carry on, you lot.
Well,
I
there's
think
a
it's
huge
all about
difference.
the mentality, man.
Yeah.
So I agree with what you like saying about traveling. Like, bro, I love traveling, but I don't think I'm traveling with the same mindset as these passport bros are traveling with. I don't know. It's to me it seems a bit not desperate, but kind of to me it seems like it's like a lottery ticket. Like it's your last chance. You either take the risk or you just stay where you are, and they're kind of just wishing on a ticket, and then if that don't work out, what do you do then? Because let me ask you, JS, actually, what do you think that if we're talking like long-term successful relationships, right? What do you think the success rate of most of these passport bros will be if they stay where they are for the next 20, 30 years?
If they stay, the success rate in the Western country they stay in, or
No.
the
I'm
country
saying
that
like you see the passport bros that travel to these third world countries, yeah. Because think about it, we're not going to know the results of this wave until about the next 10 years. Because we could be sitting here in a few years thinking, you know what, that whole movement was a complete scam. Like, thank God that movement is dead now, because we don't know what's going to look like in the next 10, 20 years. Because that's what you're playing into, the long
I
game.
think the success rate is very high, and it's significantly higher than whatever it would be in the West. And the whole passport bro thing, this has been going on before the term passport bro even existed. This has been going on. I mean, you can find stuff like this all the way back till like the 70s, bro. I mean,
but is it the same now though? Because do you think
it's
you can
not the
compare this wave that we're seeing
same,
now as the same wave as
but
before?
I'm not saying it's the same, and I'm not saying it is as easy as it used to be. But what I'm saying is it is significantly higher than it is in the West. If you stay in the West, your chances of failing are so high. I think in America, it's like what the average. It's like 50% of the marriages in divorce. I think. Well, let me take that back. I think for first marriages, I believe it's 42%. Which technically, okay, so maybe you could say most first marriages succeed, but
Just about.
again, Again, and then we have to take into account, okay, just because a marriage is there, you want to have a decent one where you're still having. Listen, guys, I know a lot of us can get very nihilistic because we see certain things on the internet, people saying, "Oh, all marriages fail." Listen, guys, my parents have been married for, you know, like 40 something years, and they still have
Thank you.
attraction for each other. It can work. I'm not saying it's the majority of times, but it can work. If you stay
Yeah,
in the
if you
West,
marry the right person, though.
yes, you got to. But the thing is, you have to take care of yourself. Like when I look at my parents, I say, okay, they're old, but they look okay for their age. They're not fat. They're not out here being alcoholics and drink. They have.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta. Everybody has to hold themselves to a standard, right? Both men and women. And I think sometimes, and this may sound kind of blue pilled, but yeah, like sometimes the blue pill people, it's like a broken clock is right
Let me
twice
change the
a
pace. Let
day.
me change the pace. Yeah. Why do you think so many women, like, I'm sure this is going to be an obvious question, but why do you think so many women talk so badly or poorly about passport bros? Doctor, I want doctor to speak about it. Go on.
Why? Okay. I think a part of it is the jealousy aspect, because when a man just goes somewhere else and is able to attract a woman maybe with a different culture who doesn't really prescribe to like the feminist norms of society, it's almost like they get, for example, I'll give you an example. When a man says that he wants a woman that is a housewife, okay, you're going to offend a lot of women. A lot of women are going to be very triggered from that. And it's because they feel like you are almost like you're bypassing the tradition, the norms of this society, right? The Western norms. You're stepping out of line. And so they want to chastise you because they feel like you, as a man exerting authority and being in a more traditional sense, you're putting women down. So as a man, when you go somewhere else and you find a woman, that is able to kind of just doesn't care about that feminist type of mindset, women over here, they get triggered about it because they feel like you are, it's almost like you break out of the matrix in a way, right? You're saying, I don't care about your traditional, I don't care about your societal norms. And it's just like they get triggered. I think it's just jealousy because it's okay, this man, he is basically doing a traditional type of relationship that is the antithesis of what I believe to be right. And so they get mad because you're in direct opposition to their worldview.
Okay. What else has anyone else got to say about it? Why do you think so many women are jealous?
I think some women just hate men. Like I mean, and they're gonna say anything negative against us to go against us. But I also think it's like it's like what he just said. Like they can't fathom someone going against the social fabric. Um, they don't. It's very weird when like when you don't show interest in a woman. Has anyone ever been called gay because they refuse to simp for a woman? Come on.
No.
It's happened to, I mean, or you ever seen like a woman just be like, well, why are you not hitting on me? Like they're so used to it
Nah.
that they can't fathom a guy not being a simp towards them. They're like, what is this? I don't understand this. Like a lot of women think like that.
Hey,
And it's
big up to Devil Games X1 for the super chat. He says passport bros get the same hate as age gap daters. Ooh.
passport bros
think
get
that's true at all.
more hate than age gap daters.
Yeah, I think it depends on the age gap as well. I think there's so much nuances with that one, but I think I see where he's coming from though.
I mean,
It does play a part with the
I think
passport bros,
I think there's a little bit of truth to that. Like I don't know if it's exactly the same, but
Yeah, I
There's
don't
a
know,
certain
'cause
element of
I
truth
get,
to that.
it depends on the gap, and it just depends. It just depends.
Thing is,
It
there are
depends on
older
who
passport
is. It
bros dating
depends.
younger women of these foreign countries.
It depends who's doing it as well. Do you get what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
depends who's doing it, because bro, like most of these entertainers, most of these actors and entertainers, they're doing it, bro. Leonardo DiCaprio is a huge example of that, bro. Like the guy's, what is he, like 50? Over
Yeah,
50, and he's
50, yeah.
dating women that are 23, bro.
Yeah.
What's it? Robert De Niro. What is it? He's like 80, ain't he? Like 80 or something like
Something
that.
like-
And his wife
he's
is
in his
like
80s,
30
yeah.
years old, bro.
Yeah. Now you got,
And they just
I
had a
think that's-
kid. They had a kid, what, a couple years ago? They had a newborn a couple years ago, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true. Now, to be fair, I think that's a good topic for you to touch on, like maybe in like a future live, like age gaps and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that
No,
one
definitely.
still.
That's a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
RB Luxury, what have you got to say about it? You just joined the chat. What you got to say about it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. First of all, I love the show, man. It's just I was just listening. I'm just popped up like you know, just.
You gotta talk loud, bro.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm just.
Yeah, you gotta talk loud and clear.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good show. I think when people are going forwards, as long as they're happy, who's anybody to tell someone what they can and can't do, ain't it? But I think guys need to be realistic with themselves, because you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, do I deserve that woman, that beauty? Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. You gotta say it again because it went a bit. The sound went a bit mad. Go on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Basically, I'm saying that if someone's happy doing what they're doing, then you know what I mean. Who's anybody to intrude in that person's life? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never turn around and say to somebody, like, because there's a lot of guys out there, in my opinion, that are sexually frustrated. They ain't got women. Like, I mean, I know you, King, you're London boy like myself, but there's a lot of guys out there that are frustrated. So if they've got to go somewhere like wherever around the world and that makes them happy, then so be it. But I think what they got to understand as well is guys have got to be realistic with themselves, innit? Like, do you deserve that woman that's 8 or 9 or 10? Or do you get what I'm saying? Some people look at themselves like, when I've gone traveling before and I've seen like big, fat, ugly guys and they expect some sort of 10. I'm looking at them and thinking, you know, oil painting, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay,
You know,
so boom. So based touching off what you just said there, bro. You see what you just mentioned about how men are sexually frustrated. You know, they're probably lonely and spend time alone and all that sort of stuff. Do you think being a passport bro is the best solution for that issue?
See, that's a good question, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, it's like you're saying, a lot of the time when I've done traveling, I've seen them get taken for idiots because, like, you know, one time I go Colombia quite a lot, and I had one guy's girl touching my leg on the table, like all this sort of stuff. And then when I went to the toilet, she's like, "Papi, you're guapo," and all this, and I'm like, "Right, is that how you're moving?" Do you know what I'm saying? But
Crazy
some people don't see that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but like, I think if you got to be realistic with yourself first.
Yeah.
And if you do go out there, the mindset is she's not yours. It's just you should have that with every woman, innit? It's like,
Yeah,
look,
facts.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
guys something.
facts.
I'll tell you something quite deep at the moment. My mother's got 5 months to live, innit? And as a man, that's the hardest thing that anybody can deal with, yeah? But like, you should look anybody that comes into your life that's temporary, innit? Like, because you're on your own out there. So you got to be strong by yourself and keep stoic, like, and keep moving forward and looking at you how to be the best version of yourself. So if you've got a weight problem, fix it. If you've got bad teeth, fix it. If you've got bad hygiene, fix it. You know, be the best that you can be. Like, there's some people out there that are totally born ugly. But there's something else that they might be able to offer, their intelligence, their money or something like that. You got to know yourself. Do you understand? Know thyself is very important. And that's
Absolutely.
what
I fully agree with that. Fully agree with that.
Yo, you know, I wanted to add on to that in terms of a lot of people when they go overseas and they try to find women and stuff like that, it's like they're not fixing the root of the issue.
That's what, yeah, exactly.
They're getting played over there with those women because they still have not been able to understand the woman in their own backyard. And so it's like if you can't get women in the UK, or if you can't get women in America, and you try to go over there, you think it's going to be a cheat code, you're going to get finessed because you don't have experience with women.
Why is that? Because they've been alone, not socializing with anyone. They're just sitting in their rooms doing God knows what for so many months and months and months. And then they're just, like you said, sexually frustrated, isn't it? And then you think, oh, let me just go to another country and start over there. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's the solution. I think the solution is more from within than anything. That's what I
100%. And knowing women as well, because like I'll give you a story. Like I was in Argentina, I go out there quite a lot as well, and I've got like a social circle out there. And there was this woman that wanted to be with me, and when I'm texting, she sends me this really sexy picture of her bikini, and I said I'll give her a little text like, you know, this is on, innit? So I was like, it would be probably better to see it in the flesh. Then she deads the conversation, so I thought, fuck this bitch, man. I'm just gonna crack on. So 2 nights later, I'm in a bar, and this same woman turns up to the bar, but she sees me cracking on with another woman, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna see the play how this plays out here, how she's gonna react with this. So I'm getting like, you know, when a woman's all twerking on you, how them Latinas doing all that with reggaeton music. I flipped her over, started kissing her. Bro, she came up to me, threw shit on me and everything. I stayed calm. And this is, I've got proof of the.
Man, Latinas are crazy, bro. You gotta be careful.
Yeah,
No, I heard about that.
but it's all women are the same. It's not just Latinas, because whether you've dated, like I'm white, I've dated black, I've dated white, I've dated everything. They're all wired differently. And when they see you with another woman, in my experience, your value goes up less. So I've got her out the club, and I was like, obviously my Spanish ain't that good. So I had I'm translating off a translator. And I'm like, have I done something to upset you or wrong? You know what? She's turned around and said, I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Yeah, of course.
What part of Argentina were you in?
Buenos Aires and in Mar de la Plata. So it's
Okay.
This was in Buenos Aires, this situation. But I go to a place called Mar de la Plata, which is the Silver Sea, which is about 4 hours south from Buenos Aires. But like, this is a true story. And then two days later, she comes around mine. I'm fucking bending her over, doing all mad shit with her. But the point is,
women like guys that other women like, bro. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, but
I've been
those
saying that
Latinas,
for
they're
years,
like,
bro.
the jealousy is like on another level, bro. Like the jealousy is like.
Let me ask you this then. Sorry to cut you off, JS. RB, yeah. Since you go Argentina a lot, is it true they don't fuck with black people there?
No, I think you see that concept. Like, look, you've got to know your sexual market value. Like, I'm a handsome brother. You know what I'm saying? I've always known that. Even with, I've had experience with black women even say to me, "He's nice for a white." Do you know what I'm saying? That sort of stuff. So the point is, I don't believe in that fairy tale or fantasy. Probably from my point of view, I just think, you know, if you really are an attractive guy, you've got a good body, you're tall or whatever, you are gonna cut through. Women are gonna think, it's something different about him. And also your swag, the way you carry yourself, your confidence, your cologne. That's another one that's for me. It's like expensive cologne. It's like, what's that smell? Do you know what I mean? It's like, because they're smelling you and thinking of getting sexual with you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but it's just like, I feel like maybe your view of it is skewed, bruv.
He went to Argentina.
Yeah. And you know what? I can't really speak on that perspective because I'm not black, ain't it? So
no, but the reason why I ask you is because, like, obviously you may have seen it happen. You may have seen it, witnessed it. Like, you may have seen like black guys go there, try to talk to women, and then the women are just like they're not interested.
But like someone like yourself, King, you're in good shape, you're tall, you're handsome guy, not in a homo way, but I'm just saying, you got someone like yourself. This is what I'm saying. You got every race has got to be honest with themselves. They've got to look at themselves and say, "Am I have I got sex appeal?" First, you've got to really be deep with yourself. Have you got sex appeal? If you don't, then you can't expect to be Or if you are looking for a woman, I think go with a woman around your level instead of trying to get the bad bitch. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that maybe
I think
yeah,
this
but I
guy's
think that
living
some
out the stuff.
I think that some countries, you're as a black person or even as a white person, in some place, some markets are going to be more suited to certain people. That's what I'd say. I really
You
believe
see,
that. Like.
Dominican Republic, they went wild for me. The black Latin, they went crazy, man. I was like going down the street and it was like, bappy, you know, and all this sort of stuff, guapo. And I thought, I'm still skeptical because I'm thinking, right, I'm in a, you know, Dominican Republic. It's not like the UK or London, like money like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're always skeptical. What's the agenda of the woman? You got to be careful in these places because I see one of the videos of you commenting on a black guy from America, and he goes to Medellin, and he's like, he wasn't really aware of his social surroundings. Like in a place like Medellin, I don't like to get freaky with women in Colombia. The loads want to get freaky with me, but I'm like, that scapuline stuff is real. Like
Scopolamine, scopolamine.
yeah, whatever that is, that stuff is deep. So like, I'm like, when girls are coming up to me in a nightclub, I'm like, I don't know if this person's trying to. For me,
I ain't gonna lie, my bro. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like, I remember before everyone kept talking about scopolamine, there was a time I wanted to go Colombia, innit, yeah? Like, I was proper on it, like. Then when I saw all these stories, bro, about, like, they're just drugging man. Some man are not even waking up in them things. Like, I was just like, bruv, nah, man. Because, like, the risk is, the risk reward, like, bruv, I don't know. Like, it's too mad.
I think social media makes that stuff sound more common than it actually is. I mean, obviously that can happen, but I mean,
have you got Hispanic or Latino heritage in you?
No, I mean, I'm a white guy. I have family in other countries, but I'm not Latino.
Have you been to Medellin?
No, I've been to Bogota, Colombia.
I'll go Medellin many times, and I'll tell you, I stay at the Colton Hotel, and I was chatting to the first time I ever went to Medellin. I met this German guy, and he had his whole shit yammed, everything, the suitcase, the whole lot. So that's when I knew it was real. And I was thinking,
You know what I'm saying, though?
you're by yourself. That's if you've got your friend with you or a couple of friends with you, yeah. Because I'll be honest, there's a lot of guys out there, just like the guy that King had on his thing, and he felt like he's untouchable. I've seen another guy, big massive wedge black guy, had a massive gold chain, come back to the hotel, everyone's around him saying they run up with him with 38 calibers. And I'm like, bro, you're walking around with a fucking gold chain, bruv, in Colombia.
Yeah, on your own. On your own. That's mental.
This is what I'm saying about you, Pastor. I just don't, bro, I don't buy into that, man.
I guess some people.
Let's be real.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me just shout out the super chat. Where is it? We got to Devil Games again. He said the personal problem I have with passport bros is they don't put in the work to self-improve themselves. If you don't self-improve, does not matter where you go.
That's not true.
If you're a lame, no matter where you are, if you're a lame, you're a lame. And then he super chatted again. Big up to Devil Games again for a second super chat. He said, other than that, I don't have a problem with guys being passport pros. If you can't find what you want where you are, go elsewhere.
Austin Holland self-improved, and he still was a passport pro.
Say that again?
Don't you guys think that, like, passport bros, they could do a bit more before they leave?
Bro, you don't know all, bro. You're making blanket statements about loads of different people, bro.
I'm asking a question.
Yeah, but your question is a blanket question, bro. Like,
yeah, and again,
yeah, but everything like, okay, so you guys don't, like, just generally, you don't think there's stuff that a lot of passport bros could do before they make the final decision to go?
Possibly.
Why don't we ask the single moms if they need to improve? How about that?
Yeah, cool, but bro, that's not the topic, is it? Like,
yeah.
No. Listen, we gotta stay accountable to ourselves, man. Cause
bro, like, how accountable can you be? Austin Holloman already put in the work, and he's still a passport bro.
So here's the thing that's interesting though about guys who leave the States. I don't know how it is in the UK, but even in the US, right? There are states that are going to be more rural areas, right? Areas that aren't pretty close to the city. And I'm just kind of like, why are y'all leaving the country when straight up You can go to a rural
That's
area,
exactly what I said the other day,
go
bro.
get you
Hold
a
on, let
farm
him
girl.
finish.
I got laid the quickest I ever did in my life in Texas, Austin, Texas, because of my accent.
Sure you
But
did.
I was like literally.
Yeah, but you're saying you're good looking, but bro, like this
Yeah,
is the
but
thing. This
I
is the
think
now,
thing.
that
If
makes a
you're no,
difference.
how about that?
everyone chill. Yeah, this is why I feel like me personally, I have the ability to see outside myself. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm not talking from the point of view of I'm an incel, or I've never had a girlfriend, or I can't attract women, or women tell me I'm short or anything. Oh yeah, or I'm broken. I don't have any of those issues in real life. Like honestly, I don't. Like I don't. But I'm able to see the world outside myself. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm able to observe the experiences of guys who maybe don't have the same looks as me. They don't have the same body as me. They don't have the same height. They don't have the same charisma. They were like, I'm able to see it. And it's just like, bro, like you could say that, cool, I went to Texas and I got some girl smash me like the quickest ever. But bro, you already said you're a good looking dude, bro. You already said it, bro. Like that's probably not the thing. The thing is that a lot of guys who are like quote unquote good looking dudes or dudes that got game, blah blah blah, you're not seeing it out the world outside yourself. Most guys are average, bro. Like in every respect, most guys are average, bro.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, I think you made a fair point. I totally agree with what you're saying, because like obviously she was looking at me first. I could see she was clocking, and then when she heard the accent, it was like that was it. It was kind of
Yeah.
like checkmate. Do you know what I'm saying? So that,
Mhm.
I'm not stupid in that sort of social setting. So you are right. Like it's definitely that the look thing was first, and then obviously she heard the accent, and that's just built the attraction even more. And it was like, you know what I mean? Oh, he's British, blah blah.
Because you know why I even say that to you, bro? Like, because bro, there's some guys out there like let's be real, let's be honest. We're men talking to men right now. Yeah, we don't need to hold back, bro. Some dudes are ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Some dudes are short. There's a guy that goes to my gym, like, and he's one of the shortest guys I've ever seen, bro. Like, he's short, proper small hands, small feet, short.
What height?
Like, and when he walks, he tries to like bounce a little bit to get that little bit of, and I'm just like, all I think is, damn, like,
Is he 5'7" or what is he?
He's shorter than that, bro.
Like 5'1" or something ridiculous?
Maybe like 5'2", something like that. 5'1", bro.
Damn.
Bro, there's a few guys that I see. There's a few guys around here. Hold on. There's a few guys that are like that I've seen in my area. Yeah,
I believe in
one of them has actually got a wife and kids though, and he's short like that. Yeah, but the other two, I've never seen them even speak to a woman ever in life, bro. Like, and I just think, bro, like, how much self-improvement can really be done there? And then even one of them, bro, his face is like he's just not an attractive dude. Like,
now, what do you think?
It's like, bro, what can you really do? He can get money and then attract gold diggers.
Yeah.
But that sounds like a universal issue though, because no matter where he goes, he's gonna have that issue if he's like 5'2", and he's got.
Might as well just be a bachelor at that point.
Yeah, like you're cooked wherever you go in the world. Like,
might as well just be a bachelor.
So okay, cool. So what's your advice for him then?
Leg lengthening surgery, bro.
My advice to him is the same with everyone else. You need to find a girl that likes you.
So
that's easier said than that, brother.
Okay,
that's
very.
Have y'all ever been to these countries? Have y'all ever been to? If you go to Latin America, you realize how short some men are. Do you realize that?
Yeah. We know that. I know that.
So if you go there, I mean, most of these Latinas are like half my torso. Like,
they're short. Yeah, that's true.
My nephews are taller than them.
I'm not a tall guy, but I can guarantee you I'm taller than 95% of Latino women. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, one of my mates, he went Dominican Republic. He was like, bro, like you go over there, you'll be like a giant, bro.
We gotta stop making excuses. We gotta stop making excuses about our height if we're GMaxing. Because once you start GMaxing, you're gonna realize that, I mean, height matters, but then after a certain point, it depends on how tall you are compared to the population. of that
Yeah,
country.
the average. Yeah, yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to be 6'3". Like let's stop, using the excuse. We gotta get past that. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
if you're 5'2", you're short like
Okay, but
everywhere.
then leg lengthening surgery is an option.
This is what I'm, bro. That as a solution just doesn't make sense to me.
But
He's
you're
not
not
going to reach
giving it.
6
But
feet
you
though if
haven't
he does
given
the
no
leg length
solution though,
surgery.
bro.
Has
That
anyone?
actually is a
I don't
solution.
know.
If you have, no, bro, listen, bro.
Bro,
If
how
you
can
have
you
the
be
money, if you
moral?
have the
How can
money
you be
to
a
do
moral
it,
person?
hold on, bro. If you have the money to do it, I'm not saying that you should do it, but it is possibly something that could be a solution.
Yeah,
It could
remember
make.
that
I'm
It
just
guy
could
that
saying,
went
be.
from 5'5" to 6 foot?
bro. No, you didn't. You just bought something that made you look taller than you actually are, bro. Like you're still you. This is my point. Like
But
when you go to bed at
another,
night. No, this is
What?
my point. When you go to bed at night, you're still whoever you are. You can try and do these
What?
party tricks or
What are you talking
What?
pay for
about,
this
bro?
If
surgery
you
and
got bro, slow down, bro. You said that if someone did lengthening surgery, they went from 5 foot to 6 foot. They would go to bed and they're still 5 foot.
no,
What are you talking
yeah, but
about?
you're not the same as you're just you can say you're 6 foot, but are you really? You just bought
No, it's gone beyond
like
saying no, bruv. It's gone beyond that. You've had the surgery. Your limbs are longer now.
yeah, because you paid for it.
It's so
There's a
what?
different.
So what,
Who
bruv?
cares?
But
Women
okay,
pay for
okay.
It's
baby
still paid
showers,
off.
and
All
they
right, cool.
get a higher return
When
on
you're
investment,
62
bro.
and you got health issues and you're broke down and your legs aren't working anymore, then what?
No, dude, most people don't
So
have
this is what I'm
health
saying.
issues.
Like,
another
Bro,
thing is so.
oh my days.
These guys have
Bruh.
never studied leg lifting. These guys have never looked at it. Guys, if you're okay, first of all, I think you should only lengthen 6 inches from your actual height. So if a guy's 5'2", he should probably just become 5'8". Not 6 foot, because that would be dangerous.
All right,
But like
let me ask Smiley
Oh, that's
this.
not how
Let me
it
ask
is.
Smiley this. Hold on. Let me ask Smiley this. Yeah. So it sounds like you're against a guy if you wanted to do leg lengthening surgery. All right, cool. Okay. What about if a guy goes and fixes his teeth? Are you against that?
no, I don't think that's. I ain't got
Why
issue with
not?
that.
Why? What's the difference?
Because I think a smile is different to lengthening your whole legs. That's not the same. I wouldn't put
It's
that in the same category. I wouldn't even.
but it
think
is in the same category though, because you're
It
actually doing an
sounds the same to
operation
me.
to change your
Nah.
natural state to be in a state that's not natural to you. So it's actually in the same category.
That. Like I wouldn't put like okay. So has anyone here got their teeth done?
I
of
got
course,
my
I
teeth
I
done.
got my
Okay,
teeth
so
done when I
okay,
was
okay.
like
I've got
16, bro.
naturally straight teeth, man. I've never had that
Nah.
problem. So
Okay, so you think that someone getting their teeth done, because this is the thing, even teeth, your teeth can get damaged over time. Things can happen. You can have naturally good teeth
Is
from
leg
birth, and
lengthening
then
surgery more
Brother,
risky?
it's
Yes.
surgery, bruv. What are you talking about?
yeah, but bro, bro, you're not getting what I'm saying. So you're saying to me that someone that gets their legs lengthened is the same as someone getting their teeth done?
No, doing leg lengthening surgery. Listen, bro, calm down, bro. Just chill out. All right. I'm saying it's both surgery. That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm saying.
yeah, but
Yes,
yeah,
do it,
it's
brother. Stop interrupting, bruv. I'm not you, like, bro. Like you, bro. Just listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying that they're both surgery. Is limb lengthening surgery more dangerous? Is there more complications that can happen? Yes. Nobody's disputing that. But is it in the same category? Yes, it is.
yeah, as surgery, but you could okay, just because something's in the same category doesn't mean it's the same as in everything's the same within it. So
Nobody said everything's the same within it. What are you talking about,
that's been my
bruv?
whole point the whole time.
No, it's no, bruv. No, but nobody said that though. So what are you talking about?
Okay, so your only point was that it's the same in surgery.
You said it's not in the same category, and I said it is in the
within
same
surgery,
category.
You bro.
Does that
all
mean
right,
it's
what
the
about
same
confidence?
procedure? No, it doesn't mean it's the same, bro. Cosmetic surgery is not all the same exact surgeries. It could be different things, bro.
Okay, this is my whole point. I wouldn't look at someone that got their teeth done the same as I would at someone that got their legs lengthened. That's my whole point. I can't.
Okay,
like,
what about if someone does a hair transplant?
I'll put that worse. I'll put that better than the teeth, but worse than the legs. So
is it in the
it's
same
between.
category as limb lengthening?
Is he judging it by
wouldn't say,
risk?
I would say no. I would say no.
Do you know you can die from hair transplant? Do you know hold on. Do you know you can die from hair transplant? You know that you can die from that, right?
Yeah, you can die from leg lengthening as well.
So why is it not in the same category as limb
I
lengthening?
don't think the risk would be the same.
Have you done
also,
the you're just going off of what you're guessing, bruv, like.
No, but and also there's more to it. Also, if you've had hair before, that's not the same. You've never been 6 foot before. You've never had 6 feet before.
So what difference does that make?
Okay. Most of y'all look at women with BBLs, and the BBL is far more dangerous than leg lengthening surgery. Way more people have died from a BBL.
No, but it doesn't matter. He can put BBLs because it's a cosmetic surgery, bro. You can't put that in there.
That's the worst out of all of them.
Yeah,
okay.
but
so is it in the same category then?
Obsessed over women with BBL.
Same thing.
King, you see when you
I
go
think
out.
the BBL is the worst one out of everyone we mentioned.
Is it the same category?
As what? Leg lengthening?
Yeah.
I think it's worse. But
Is it the same cat? I'm not asking you which one's worse. I'm saying, is it in the same category, bruv?
No, I would say no. I think
so. Leg lengthening surgery is in its own category, in your opinion?
Yeah, because this is the thing.
Okay.
If you're going from 5'2" to 5'8", that something as drastic as that is, I think it's in its own category personally. Because I can't think of any similar surgery that would make someone just like if you was
bro. People do facelifts. Bro, people do facelifts and their face completely changes. What are you talking about?
I'm saying that the change isn't as drastic. So let's say you went for having crooked teeth.
If you change, what are you talking about?
Bro, you're talking about someone who's below average height going to a more average height.
Bro, okay, you're not letting me finish what I'm saying. You're not letting me finish what I'm saying. If you had crooked teeth and the next day you got your teeth done and you had straight teeth, I don't think that's as big as a change as it went from 5'2" to 5'8" overnight.
Bro. This guy just doesn't want people to improve.
All right, for me personally, like, okay.
Does anyone disagree with me on that?
I can see both sides because okay, obviously, okay. I was thinking about it for a second, but okay, technically it is in the same category because it is all surgery, right? They're like modifications, enhancements to your body that wasn't there naturally. I guess it's just like there's a scale in terms of like how OD it is. Like, okay, getting braces or something like that's probably very minimal, you know. But then
Invisalign,
like leg lengthening, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But then like leg lengthening is some OD type of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's mental.
Yeah, it's the top of the hierarchy. I get it, but it's still body modification though. It's still
I agree.
But this is what I was saying. It's the same if it's body modification, that is the category, bruv.
Okay,
what other categories are we gonna be talking about?
I'm talking about the category of the danger like, bro,
you didn't say that. You're saying that now, but you didn't say that at the time.
Okay,
all you said was it's not the same category, bro. Huh?
Did I not agree that it's the same category if we're talking about surgery?
Yeah, after you said it's not the same category. That was after. It wasn't before.
You know, all right, cool.
That's what you said. I mean, bro, it's recorded. You can watch it back.
Yeah,
bro,
but the whole point, because when I spoke about the crooked teeth and the legs, no one had anything to say. Because, like I said, if one day you
had something to say,
and no, because I asked you, no one said anything. So if one day you had crooked teeth and the next day you had a nice smile, that change is not as drastic as someone that went from 5'2" to 5'9" overnight. It's not the same.
5'2" to 5'9".
It's the same categories in surgery.
Yeah, but what is the problem? Okay, so it's a drastic change from 5'2" to 5'9". What's your point?
I don't agree with it. I think that's kind of sad. That's just my opinion.
What? How's it sad? How is that sad, bruv?
Okay. Why wouldn't you recommend it then? Because you said yourself that you wouldn't recommend it. You said that you're not sure if you'd recommend it. So if it's so good,
I'm not sure because it's a dangerous thing, and I wouldn't recommend people doing a dangerous thing. But if you wanted to do it, if you was 5'2" and you was like, no, my life will be better at this, and I've got the money to do it, and I'm going to a
People-
reputable
People
a surgeon,
over-exaggerate
and I'm
the-
going to a reputable surgeon to get it done. I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I'm just going to say, I hope you've done the research and you know the
depends on
risks.
it depends
That's
on how
it.
many inches. It depends on how many inches you want to gain. If you want to gain
Exactly.
if you want to gain 4 inches, I think 4 inches of height difference can drastically change someone. It can take them from average to above average. It can take someone from below average to average.
Brother,
which
I will say this: everyone, all of us that are on this call, if we woke up tomorrow 4 inches taller, I'm sure we would all be happy, bruv.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
4
would.
inches
I know, I
taller.
would.
And that's not that dangerous, be honest. But I mean, when you start getting to like 6 or 7, that can be dangerous. But honestly, some people's lives are such crap. They're willing to take that risk, and you gotta respect
and
that.
the benefits are.
I wake up
Would you
6
agree
feet
that the
tall, I'll
main
be over the
benefit we're
moon.
looking at is to attract women?
Bruv, it's not
I
even
mean,
just about that, bruv.
No, but is
Just
that the
in
main
life,
one? Is that-
people,
that's what I want- is that the main
brother. How tall? Let me ask you this quickly. Just answer quickly. How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
5'11". Okay, so okay, cool. Like at the end of the day, yeah, like in life,
He can't
taller
give his
guy.
opinion on
Hold
that if
on,
he's
bro.
5'11".
Hold on. Let me finish this point. Yeah, men that are taller are treated different to men who are average to below average height. If you didn't know, they are
correct, yeah.
even not even just by women, by other men.
Yep.
I don't
So
think other men care
it's
that
not
much.
just about you're just doing it for women, bro.
No, I never said that.
E-
I asked the question.
So okay, what was the question you asked?
My question is the main factor to do it? Is it for the attention of women? Is that? Do you think
Yeah,
that's
it
the main
probably
factor why
is.
they're doing it?
It probably is. It probably is.
Yeah, I'm saying I think that's sad.
Men don't care about. I mean,
Yeah, I
other
think
I mean,
men
that's
do.
up to you to
I
think that.
I think that's sad, Loki. But
Yes,
But
I'm
here's the
saying.
thing.
Because you lot are
Here's
just
the
saying,
thing.
"Oh, what
I
do you
feel
mean
like
sad?" It is kind of sad, isn't it? It is.
I feel like.
But that's
I
but
think
bro,
it's sad
most
for
most
men
of
not to
most of
wanna-
the things that men do, period, is to attract women,
And
bro.
that's
Like, if you
sad.
keep it real.
Nah, that's true. That is also true as well.
Most of
that is- and
everything,
would
bro.
you agree
Most of
that's the
bro.
same
Most
thing?
of the time, bro. Most of the time, the way you dress, if you got jewelry, the car you drive, the way you carry yourself, a lot of it's to attract women. So,
Yeah,
like,
and that
I
is
mean,
sad.
you could say this and that is
What
sad,
is
but then a
sad?
lot of the things you're doing, you personally do is
Are y'all
sad. Then.
against rhinoplasty? Are y'all against
Yeah,
rhinoplasty?
I'm personally against all plastic surgery because, in my opinion, I feel like once you start getting into the unnatural remedies to change your appearance, you literally are transforming into someone who you're not. Right? That's not in your DNA. It's not in
But
your genes.
sometimes
You can't pass it on to your children. Your children are going to come out looking way different. So I feel like when you get to a point where you're doing these extremes, you're changing your face, you're getting like a nose job, you're getting like freaking like Carvicula, whatever his name is. You're literally at a point where you no longer love yourself and you hate yourself to a point to where you want to change in an unnatural manner. I think people need to love themselves. Okay, this might sound kind of corny, but
It is
in
corny.
reality, people but like that ass, because you got to understand, if you can't love yourself, how do you expect a woman to love you?
Well, you got to change things about yourself so that you can love yourself.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
naturally.
saying?
Yeah, but not-
naturally.
not-
Yeah, but
naturally.
self improvement is change, though.
Yeah,
bro.
naturally.
Like,
I'm talking about,
everybody.
I'm talking about like, okay, if you go to the gym, you get muscles, you work on your hygiene,
no
you
gym
get
for your
lean.
hide your face.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but okay, getting leaner, it can make your face look better. And then obviously, like, you could do certain hairstyles, you can put like moisturize your face, get better skin,
So
maybe
Kai
get
Cenat is gonna
braces.
go up a bunch of points because he goes. To the
No,
gym.
I'm not saying you're gonna go from like, I don't know, a 4 to like a 8, but you can improve marginally, right, to fairly reasonably depending on your baseline. But
Yeah,
what I'm
but
trying to
some
say
people's
is,
baseline is such crap that they're gonna.
no,
have to get surgery.
I get that. But what I'm saying is that at a certain point, I think someone who said this earlier, you're gonna reach a certain limit to where naturally you can't really improve anymore. And at that
Let me
point,
hold on. We got over 100 people watching live, yeah. And I want to ask you lot, everyone, the people watching live, and you lot, on the callers, yeah. Would you, if you had the money to do it, and you knew that the surgeon was like, he was like 100% on point, would you get 4 inches of height added to your height? Would you do it?
Absolutely no question.
Hold on, one at a time, so it's not chaos.
I wouldn't.
Marley saying no. All right, next.
I mean, I'm already a taller guy, so I wouldn't.
All right, how tall are you?
I'm 6 foot flat.
6 foot. Okay, so doctor wouldn't. All right, JS.
I'm 5'6". Absolutely. Absolutely. With 100%, no questions asked. I would absolutely do it.
Okay, all right, Daniel.
So I'm 5'8". I'll say yes, because I'll be 6 feet.
Okay, all right. Catalyst.
Nah, I'm good. I'm at 6 foot, so I'm good.
Okay, all right, cool. But okay, the guys saying no, they wouldn't. What about if you could just wake up tomorrow and sit 4 inches? Would you would you be happy with that?
Hey,
If anyone says no to that, they're
I'll be
lying.
lit. I'll be lit. I mean,
I'll be so happy. I'll be happy as
No, I'm talking about the guys that
now
said
imagine
no.
if that
Hold
was
on. I'm saying the guys that said no, they wouldn't do it. Yeah, would they
It's
be
just like-
happy?
It's just
like,
bro,
are
it's
you
just
asking
weird
like,
though, man. It's just
are you asking like, would I like choose to just be 6'4"?
Yeah.
I mean, if I could like, I mean, sure, yeah. But what I'm saying is like, we're talking about like hypothetical, miraculous situation. But
yeah,
but like in terms of like actually going out and trying to like do it surgically, nah.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's what I'm saying. We've moved on from that. You said no to the surgery, but would you like to be? That's what I'm asking you.
In terms of, okay, I'm content with where I am now, but
Yeah, same.
I mean, why not? I mean, why not?
So,
No,
I think you lot are making it harder than it needs to be.
Is the sky blue or
Would you like to be? If I could be like, boom, I can make you 6'4" tomorrow. You're gonna wake up 6'4" tomorrow. Do you want this? Yes or no?
No.
Really?
You're saying no. Catalyst says no.
Definitely no. I'm good.
Okay.
I don't ever look at guys. I don't ever look at guys taller than myself and think, "Oh, I wish I was that." Never.
Yeah, but you're
No, I'm at a good height. I can say that. If I was shorter, for sure, I would probably have a different opinion.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
but your
fair.
girlfriend does.
Right, here's the thing.
That was a hard bar.
Once you get to a certain height, like once you hit like 5'11", probably like your height doesn't really matter as much. I'm just being
Okay,
real.
but most men in the world are actually below 5'11", so.
But even still, like even okay, I'm gonna be real. I don't have experience. I don't have experience being like 5'7" or 5'8".
Okay, so don't talk about it.
But here's the thing. Right? The thing is that the average height is 5'8", 5'9". So what that means is that the average dude is smashing and reproducing. So if the average height is 5'8", that means if you're 5'8", reasonably, there shouldn't be a problem with you getting a woman.
Do you think the majority of guys are getting? Hold on. Do you think the majority of guys are successful with women?
No.
The majority, no. I don't think the.
So then that actually goes against what you just said.
But at the same time, though, we all go outside, and most guys that you see with a woman are not 6 foot, like 2 or 6 foot anything.
Yeah,
There's a lot of guys that are not. There's a lot of.
What I'm trying
Like,
to say
so-
is that the average height is 5'8", so that means that the majority of people are 5'8". That means the majority of 5'8" people are reproducing.
What country?
Or 5'9", whatever. I think in the US it's 5'9" or maybe 5'9 and a half. But if the average height, whatever the average height is, that means the majority of people are at that height. And if the average height is that means
okay. So the
people at
average
that
height
are
is
successful.
okay. Cool. So the average height is 5'8", 5'9". But I'm asking you, if I could make you 6'4" tomorrow, would you take that? Now it's yes or no question, bruv. It's a yes or no question. Like you've said all of this stuff.
No.
You said all of this stuff, but would you, if you could be 6'4", would you take it?
I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't. Take
You said you would. You said you would before. Now you're trying to change it, bruv.
I thought about it, but then once I thought about it some more, I'm like, actually, I'm content with where I'm at, and I feel like that's kind of the point where everyone should be, right?
I respect that. I respect that.
Hey guys, you want to know the average height in certain countries?
Go on.
Because
he's gonna say some Vietnam.
Because the tallest countries are the Scandinavian countries, like Sweden. I think their average height is like for a man is like 6'1", right?
I swear it's like 6'2" or something like that.
But guess what it is in Peru? Guess what the average height of a man in Peru is? It's 5'5". So do you see what I'm saying? Like, but do you see what I'm saying? Like, in certain African countries, it can vary. The Sudanese are taller.
Sudanese are tall, bro.
Yeah,
Cool
bro.
as hell.
But most
They're
I think,
tall.
but last time I checked, like in a country like Rwanda, the dudes there aren't really that tall. Like they're actually probably shorter than most Western dudes, not by much, but like what are they, like maybe 5'7"?
Would you
In the
not
average
agree
height.
that? Would you not agree that the whole heightism thing is more of an American? It's more.
No,
it's
it's
really
a
a more
worldwide.
of an
because I was
American
gonna
It's
say
thing.
more
that.
American,
Oh,
but
it's
it's a
more of
worldwide
American.
thing.
Yeah,
More
100%.
Western. It's a
Like
Western
I've never
thing.
heard so many people analyze height like this before.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
I'm
not
just
gonna
my
lie,
height
it's
in
a
it,
bit
and then
mad,
that's
bro.
it. Like go out in the world and whatever you get is what you get. And I'm 5. I know I'm 5'11", and I know people are shorter than me. Some people are taller than me, but that's kind of just it. I'm not out here like in
So
Senegalese. They're 5'6", but in Peru they're 5'1", and in Indonesia they're 5'2". But it's like, bro, just go out into the world and enjoy life, bro. Like what's
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
the
that's
thing is,
not. You can't. That's
America's
not
like,
fair
but
to say that because
if you're
that's
below
not
a certain
fair.
height in America, you're basically like a second class citizen as a man.
say that again
If you're below a certain height as a man in America, you're basically a second class
but
citizen.
here's the question I'll ask you, because I don't disagree with you. Here's what I'm gonna ask you though. There's guys, because lots of people have had this argument in America, like Americans themselves have had this exact argument, and you'll get short guys who say, "Well, I still clean up with women." Da, da, da. So what do
They're
you say to
lying.
those guys?
We're treated
Are they
worse
lying?
than black people were treated and Jews were treated. Like I think it's
Bro,
that bad.
so you
Like
think
I literally, like,
you as a white guy, because you're 5 foot, what did you say, 6?
yeah, I think it's
You
worse
think
than
that that's worse treatment than black people got? Come on
Yeah,
now.
nah,
That's
yes,
bullshit.
yes.
Okay,
That's
I mean,
absolute
let's get back
bullshit.
to reality.
I'm
Let's get back to
exaggerating.
reality.
Nah. Let's not even go down that because that's just gonna
Here's the
start
thing.
upsetting people, bruv.
exaggerating.
Like, don't even
The
say that,
reason-
bro. That's a ridiculous. Nah. Everyone be quiet, bruv. Yeah, because
I'm exaggerating.
that was ridiculous, bruv. Like,
Yeah,
to
but
be
I have
honest.
to
So I'm
exaggerate
no,
my
bruv.
point
Stop
as well.
talking. Like, stop talking when I'm talking, bro. Like, I'm asking you respectfully, and you're just talking again. Like, don't do that. Yeah. At the end of the day, that is a ridiculous thing to say. So I have to shut that down straight away. We're gonna move away from that because that's gonna be an upsetting thing to say. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, at the end of the day, the only thing I was gonna say is that if you're not in that place where you're under the average height, you can't really comment until
I'm under the
Man,
average height.
bro. I'm not, bro. Just be quiet, bro. Yeah. If you're not somebody who's under 5'8", say like for instance, this guy here is 5'6", yeah, and you're someone that's 5'11" or 6 foot or whatever, you can't really tell that guy, just do this, just do that, because bro, like you don't live that life. You don't know how difficult it is for that person. So when you just tell them this and that, it's not a fair thing to say. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That I'm not nowhere near that height, but I see the world outside myself. Do you get what I'm saying?
I have empathy for that kind of thing as well. And I think because the main thing I was actually coming up here to do was when he was, because obviously he's talking about going to like other countries and stuff and basically geomaxing. Even like when he was talking about Peru, you know, I think part of the discussion that was going on earlier was about whether that's a solution or not. And it's like, I mean, it is to a degree. It may not be a solution in the way of, you know, like working on game and this, that, and the third, but not every country has the same social dynamics where that's necessary in the exact same ways either. So like it depends on where you're going as well. But I think it's a good thing to do as an option. I don't think it's a bad option. I think you just have to traveling because you were saying like, because you at the time when I came up, you were talking about the leg surgery thing, and it's like I think I can't, like, for me, I don't really feel like I'm qualified to have an opinion, bro, because it's like I'm not in that situation. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, why am I gonna? I'm not gonna tell next man don't go and get leg surgery and this, that, like, unless I think it could be dangerous or something could happen. But I don't know. It's up to you. Do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Because I do know in the world, realistically, guys do get judged harshly about the height thing. The only reason why I asked him that question was because there are guys who are short who swear up and down they have no problem. So it's one of those things where it's like, there's different people who've got different perspectives, and I just wanted to know what his thoughts were on that specific thing.
I don't know, because he's just ducked out. But like at the end of the day, like, bruv, you can't say, oh, being short is worse than being a black person. Black people being treated. That is a fucking mental thing to say.
I'll just be real. You let them man talk long enough, it's.
They always say something mad, bro. Like what the
let that man talk long enough. It always comes out.
and do you know what? I was hoping he's not gonna say something stupid like that, and he did, bro. Like, I was just thinking, raw, boy, that's mad.
I kind of got that vibe anyway. That it was kind of borderline Blackpool. Like the world's over. Like, bruv, enjoy life, man. Like, I'm not saying that if you're 5'6", the world's gonna be great to you, but.
The thing is, the reason why
do all that mad stuff. Surely that ain't the best.
But brother, but this is the thing again. This is what I'm saying. Like, you don't live that life, so you can't really say, "Oh, it's just do this, just do that," brother. Like, you haven't lived that. You don't know how deep it goes.
Isn't that kind of like normal?
You've got to listen to their experience first, and then make comment or suggestions. Like, you can't just impose what you think. Oh, if I was you, just do it. Like, I don't know if that works, bro. Like,
I hear that, but don't you get that thing? Don't you know if someone just says something that sounds crazy to you? Like, I would put that in that category. Like, I think that just sounds nuts. But maybe you're right. Maybe I am privileged because I'm not 5'6" or whatever. But I'm just saying,
brother, if you was 5'6", you would look at the world different, bruv.
Yeah, but
that's facts.
100%. But I know guys that are 5'6", and they're not thinking about getting no height lengthening surgery. So I don't get it. None of that.
But the thing is, obviously not everyone deals with everything the same. There's even tall guys who say that being tall is a disadvantage, bro. Believe it or not, there's guys that do say that. There's guys that think.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
One thing I've noticed a lot of people is if a guy is lacking in, bro, there's guys that get goals, that still will be acting like, oh, these goals, like they'll still have a complaint, bro. Like, there's a lot of guys, like, what you have to realize is you're either able to be content or you're not. Because there's some men who they don't do nothing but sit around, play video games all day. Like, I got a friend, this guy, I don't know the last time he saw any type of box in his life, but you never know based on his, like, he's fine. He don't ever seem depressed or down. Like, he's just normal. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
enjoying life.
So, I don't know. It's just people are different, isn't it, in terms of how they deal and cope with the cards they're dealt.
Hey, JS, I thought you left and you was angry, brother, and you don't want to talk again.
Nah, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we have to educate you. What you said was fucking crazy, bro. Nah, that's a crazy thing to say, bro.
I say crazy things because, like, sometimes, like, I don't know how else to get the point across. Like,
not like that, brother. Not like that, brother. Don't do that. Don't do that again.
Underestimate how bad it is. I really do.
No, but do you know why? Do you know why? Because I was seeing it from your point of view. I was trying to explain it to man from your point of view that like man we can't really comment confidently on your experience because we're not living that. We don't know what it's like to be a grown man and then the world treats you a certain way based on something that is out of your control, like height. Like, I talk about this thing all the time. I'm not a short dude. People know me. I'm not a short dude. Like, but it's funny because when I talk about like King 6A and Marlon and these Pop the Balloon or Find Love and they're rejecting guys because they're short, then sometimes I get trolls saying, oh, you're saying this because you're 5'5", and I'm like, brother, I'm probably taller than you, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but like, I'm saying these things because it's real. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a real thing, and a lot of guys are going through it, and it is an issue. Like, it's a real thing. But I think it's more of an American. But I will say this in closing. Hold on. The last thing I'll say, I believe that the whole heightism thing, especially coming from women doing it to men, is more of an American thing predominantly. That's what I think. But go on, carry on.
I can agree with you though, and still think that getting heights thing is still wrong. Like, two things can be true at the same time. So I can agree with everything you just said, but still believe that getting
that's your opinion.
Is still wrong. So
you're entitled to your opinion.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have a hypothesis. All right. So for a lot of the guys who are like a lot shorter, And I'm asking this guy as well because I genuinely don't know. I do kind of want to know about his experience, but I feel like a lot of the guys who are complaining about
Hold on.
oh,
Hey, this person in the chat, stop spamming the same things in the chat. All right. If you got something to say, then jump on the call. If not, don't spam my chat or you get blocked. All right. Simple as that. That's your last warning. Carry on, bro.
yeah. So a lot of the guys who are complaining about being short and in terms of like their negative experience in life, I personally, I don't know, but I'm feeling like a lot of that stems down to lack of attention from women because I feel like I'm thinking like how bad like are you actually being treated badly? Like are people like bullying you like in a Disney Channel movie? Like are people like pushing you around and calling you like a midget or something? Or is it more so just like you don't get attention from women, but other than that, you just live a normal life? Like what is your experience like? I'm confused. Cause like can it really be that bad? Or is it just more so you don't get like it's hard to get women? Because if that's the case, it's not really that serious then, is it? Like if it's only
that's why I
just the
said it's
amount.
sad that if you get the thing, because it's like if the prime reason why you're doing it is to attract women, I think that's just like a sad reality. If that's why you're spending all that money to get your legs lengthened to
Let the
it's just,
short guy speak and say his experience.
Yeah,
Because
let me speak.
you're saying your opinion over and over again, and it's like, bruv,
Yeah.
that's your opinion. Like,
And
let him
let
say
me,
what he
and
thinks, bruv.
let me say this. Let me make this very clear. Okay, first of all, I'm not a midget or anything. Like I said, I'm 5'6". I mean, it's not. You've met people like me. What I'm saying is, I haven't been the same height my whole life. Like I had growth spurts in high school. You know what I mean? So there was a time where I was actually like, you know, going like where I was like barely even 5 foot in high school and then had a growth spurt. And so I knew what it was like to be even below that. And yeah, and most people like as an adult, yeah, most people are not gonna be making fun of me and shit like that. Most people are just gonna treat me like a normal person. What I'm saying is, but when you are below a certain height, like I don't know how tall Kai Sanat is, but you will have people like actually treat you badly. Like Gary Coleman, I know for a fact he was treated badly because of his height. I know he was.
can you give an
And
example of what you mean by treated badly?
like people like trying to you go into a store and people try to say, oh, you want to go into the kids section and stuff. Like I've seen this happen in real life to certain people. Like I literally like I say, Gary Coleman, for example. He was I don't know how tall Gary Coleman was, but I know he was a shorter guy or
He's
like
probably
getting to be.
4 foot something.
I don't know if he was actually a mid. How tall was? Does anyone know how tall he was?
I think he was 4 foot something. 4 foot
Yeah, but
something.
like it just proves my point. It's like, okay, maybe that's more on the extreme side, but you don't even have to be 4 foot something. I think if you're shorter than most, if you've ever experienced life where you're shorter than most men and most women, and when I was in my early teens, I definitely had that experience. I did have a little bit of a growth spurt, so now I'm kind of normal-ish, even though I'm below average. Like I'm not subhuman, but I know what it's like to be treated badly. I know that there are people that will literally act like you aren't even like a person. Like I know it sounds crazy, and I'm not saying people should make excuses for it, but this idea that you're gonna be treated equally and you need to be confident and you just need to be happy. I mean, if someone wants to get leg lengthening surgery and it's been bothering them, I think they should do it because it's not just a physical thing, it's also a mental thing.
Okay, so it sounds like kind of like wherever you go, you're always being known as like the short guy. Like you'll never escape that box. Is that a fair like thing to
No,
say?
because when
No.
you go to other countries, the average
No,
height
I don't mean.
increases.
I'm not. I mean like where you are. Not obviously we can talk about going to Peru where people are 5'2" and all that. I'm just saying, like in your country of origin, like there, you get what I'm saying, or is that not accurate? Because we can talk about what it's like in Asia where they're all really short, but I'm saying where you're actually from.
I mean, yeah, where I'm from, it's the most highest country in the world, maybe. I mean, I know, well, I don't know if in the world, but I mean,
I
definitely
would
more than
say it
other.
is.
Yeah,
I
it
mean, I don't know
definitely
what
is.
it's like in Sweden, for example. I would think that would be more of a highest
because you
country, but
have the
then again,
NBA as well. That's what makes it even worse, bro.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
NBA that
Yeah,
makes it like that, bro. Like,
basketball.
because
you
you
think it's
lot
the
worship
NBA?
basketball so hard, bro.
Yeah, it
I
makes
think
it
the
worse.
NBA does contribute to it, but then again, I still think it. Even if I was in, like, for example, Sweden, like where the population is extremely tall, I mean, it would still be bad. So I mean, is there a mental aspect to it? Definitely, but like, I don't know. It just frustrates me when people are just like, "Oh, don't get that surgery. It's dangerous." It's like, bro, you don't know what people have been going through all their life. Like you don't know what. I mean, some people they look at the risk and they'll be like, you know what, I'm willing to take it. You know, I've been having all these bad experiences. I want to take that risk. It's the same thing with BBL. You know, some women they wanna, and like I said, BBL is probably more risky if we're really being honest.
But this is the thing. We can all agree that getting a BBL is wrong, though. Can we not?
I don't think it's necessarily wrong. I mean, some women feel like it's gonna
All right,
increase
fair
their
enough.
looks.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, I'm not saying women are wrong for increasing looks. Like if a woman gets a BBL, I'm not even mad at women getting BBLs. I mean, some women actually benefit from it, you know, and if it makes them feel better, hey, it is what it is, you know.
It's their choice.
I don't know. All right, cool. Fair, isn't it? Fair.
All right, cool. I think this has been a really excellent show, to be honest. I think this has been an excellent show. You know, we've had differences of opinion. You get me? JS said something crazy, saying black people you have to come check you on that. You get me? You
Bro,
disappeared and
that's
came
not
back.
true. I had to say crazy things.
No, don't say that ever again. All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
I
yeah.
promise you, I won't say it again, okay?
Anyway, yeah.
You got my
This has
promise.
been an excellent show. I think tomorrow I might do the age gap topic tomorrow. Yeah, or maybe I don't know. But yeah, anyway, this has been a great show. Please, everybody, like the video. I'm gonna let everyone shout themselves out on the way out, and make sure you like and hype the video and all that good stuff. Share the channel with 10 other people so they know. And listen, if you want to call the link, like, stop being scared. Like, yeah, I know I'm a big black guy, bruv, with hair. All right, but don't be scared, bruv. All right, call in the show and speak your mind. So I'm gonna let everyone shout themselves out, starting with Daniel.
Big up to you, King Richards. Big up to the panel. It's good conversation. I got a channel, you know, Daniel Karama on YouTube. Yeah.
All right, cool, awesome. All right, Marley, what's going on?
Yeah, it's me, man. You know, back again. Another good show. Big up to you guys. Big up to the chat as well. I think the last point I want to make is that just everyone just live in the real world, innit? Don't let social media conform your perception of reality without actually going out into the world and actually seeing things and doing things. Don't let numbers or things that people say on the internet warp your perception of how you live your life, because that can mess up your life more than the actual reality you live in, opposed to you just picking up your phone. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, man.
All right, awesome. All right, Catalyst.
Yeah. I just did a quick cameo.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna jump in earlier, man.
Bro, I was, but you know, it's Friday, man, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh yeah, I had stuff to do. I was like, wait, this guy's live, bro.
I wanted to see if you had a story about some exotic black chicks. But anyway. But anyway, yeah, go on. Shout yourself out.
But yeah, just, you know, the earlier part of the conversation I actually caught a bit of with the whole traveling thing and whatever. I thought that was quite cool. Like, but you know, like we already said already, look, everyone's got their different like kind of place they're at in life. I think like when it comes to these subjects, it's easy to try and impose your views and your standards of what other people should be doing, you know what I mean, in regards to their lifestyle. But at the end of the day, ultimately, if people aren't hurting or harming anybody, it's probably best to just kind of let them do what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? So we ain't on this planet for that long to really be super pressed about what everyone else is doing. So long as it ain't affecting us too much is what I would say. But other than that, yeah, I ain't got too much else to say. I appreciate you having me up. I would say as well, I agree with what you said. Like, people should hit the link a lot more, because sometimes there'll be some funny discussions that can happen. So definitely encourage people to do that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me up.
Yeah, man. I see, bro. I could see the chat. I glance at the chat in it, and some people are having some strong opinions in the chat, and I'm just like, bro, or sis, why are you scared to speak? Then, innit? Like, you got a lot to say, but it's all good. But JS, all right, JS, go on.
All right. So, I said a lot of crazy things, and I want to apologize to, King Riches.
Yes, I was offended by what you said.
I will apologize, but I want to make it very clear. I said all these crazy things, but I want to make it very known that this height thing is very underrated, and King Riches actually is probably one of the very few YouTubers that has actually, spoke about it at length. And I give a lot of credit to him. He's made a lot. I've been watching King Riches for years. He's talked about heightism. He's done videos about, King 6'8" the Great. King Riches. I think he may not personally understand it, but I think he has a lot of sympathy. He's a good guy. I respect him for it. He actually puts in the effort to actually try to talk about it. I don't think he can quite fully understand it, but I do think he is a good person and tries to give his opinion on it. So, it is what it is. We got to deal with it. You got to get leg lifting surgery. Do it if you can.
But that's an expensive surgery. But I appreciate you saying that. And I've got another King 6'8" video. Do you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, like, and I'm gonna ask you three that are still here. Yeah, in closing. Yeah, because every time I do videos about King 6'8", I always get his little minion people. Stop hating on 6'8". You're jealous. You're hating, bruv. And I'm like, bruv, I'm not actually saying anything nasty about the guy, bro. Like, I'm actually just stating the facts, the obvious thing that we can all see. I'm just saying it. Like, so I don't know why. Like, it's weird. And the thing is a lot of these guys that are that don't like me talking, these are people that are probably not living the same life he's living anyway. So it's just like, I don't really understand, like, what's going on. Like, what do you lot think I'll be hating on? And this is for you lot in the chat. Do you lot think I'll be hating? Because I'm going to continue talking about that guy, because I think it's funny, bruv.
No, you're just giving your opinion. You're just giving your opinion on his experience. Yeah, I don't think you're hating.
Like, God damn.
I think, well, I don't necessarily think you hate him, but, like, at the end of the day, it's like,
I don't hate the brother at all. Not even remotely.
But, like, I don't know, like,
I would interview him. Like, I would literally, like, this is how you know I don't hate the brother. I would interview him, and I would say exactly what I think to him. I would say, you don't need game. You're living in a country which is very heightist. Yeah, you have a certain look that I know a lot of those women that like black guys like. You don't really, bro. It's everything's a layup, bro. Like, it's literally a layup every day, bro.
If you put most people in his scenario, they would they would act the exact same way. So that's why I kind of look at it as a thing of, like, he's just got, like, the what do you call, like, the genetic lottery sort of thing.
Yeah.
So like, when I see people that have got, like, it's almost like a pretty woman. Like, when a woman's just so, like, when she's, like, got that pretty privilege on her side, you can't really say nothing to her, because no matter how much you say to her, she's never going to fully get it, because she's just living in her own kind of world.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So you kind of got to just let them people just do what they do, because they're just never going to get it anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's facts. That's facts. Big up to Devil Games. He says, "Don't worry, I am a 6'8" hater." Laughing face. Mad.
But actually, let me just say this. Mad. Do you think people? Do you think, because this is another thing I want to just to end it off here.
Yeah.
Do you think people that are, like, let's say for guys that are, like, really tall and good looking, and girls that are, like, really, 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 like, laying and sexy and all that, do you think people undermine how much work they put in just because they're, like, when people say, "Oh, you only got there because of your looks"? Do you think people say that too much? Because we don't know what work they have to put in to get to where they are. We just look at it as, oh, you're good looking.
I don't know. You know, maybe
people say that a lot to King 68. They're like, oh, you're only successful because of your looks and all that, which could be true to an extent.
No, but he obviously, because I seen like pictures, like old pictures of him in it, yeah, and he looked more regular than he looks now. Like he looks more like, oh, he could be an NBA player. Like he might be somebody that's doing something mad, which he is. But like before, he looked more regular. But you can't really self-improve to be 6'8".
I think height.
You can't coach that. You can't self-improve that. You can't buy it. Well, you could buy that potentially. But
I mean, I wouldn't be friends. Let me just put it this way. I wouldn't be friends with 6'8". If you're past a certain height, I just can't be friends with you. Like, I mean, I would be friends with King. I could be friends with King Riches.
What are you trying to say, bro? What?
I mean, well,
you trying to violate again?
Yeah, he trying to violate again, bro.
King Riches says he's 6'1", right?
Yeah.
But 6'8". I'm sorry. I mean, if it was like an ugly guy, yeah, but like I can't be friends with a good-looking 6'8" guy. No.
So you're saying because you're 5'6", you wouldn't want to be friends with anyone that's like, say, over 6'1"?
I could be, but it would depend on their facial harmony. If they were like a guy that was, I mean, bro, like honestly, bro, like I mean, I would say, I mean, if there was a guy that had he had a 9 out of 10 face, but he was the same height as me, I don't think I could also be friends with him. Like I think it's like I don't want to, bro. Like I don't want to.
That's brutal, man.
But the world is brutal, bro. Like
yeah, but being friends with someone that shouldn't stop you from being friends with people, bro. Like
that's where you're going a bit too far, bro.
That's mad. Like that's crazy.
I've had so many. People
call it like diminish you, bro.
Yeah, you can't. Man.
Now go on, let him explain it though. Go on.
I mean, okay, like I could be friends with King Ridges. I could be friends with most people. I can be friends with most people. But if there's like some guy that looks like a movie star, like how am I gonna be friends with that guy? He's not gonna relate to my experiences. He's gonna steal the girls that I'm talking to. It's just like, I mean, I'll be honest. I'd be jealous sometimes, and I really don't care to admit that. Like, I mean, I think most.
I respect the honesty.
I mean, I don't. People, like all these women you see on the videos. Oh, I don't want a boyfriend. Oh, he's insecure because I dress this way. It's like I don't care. I don't care if you label me that. It's like men are. I think I can be friends with most guys. Like, it's very rare. Like when I say, oh,
you wouldn't want to be friends with someone that's like an outlier, top 10%.
Yeah, exactly.
Guy,
like for most, I could be friends with like 90% of guys. So I know it may sound crazy when I'm saying, oh, I can't be friends with a guy. But honestly, I could be friends with most people if they're normal and they share the same interests that I do. But there's always going to be those outliers. Like, could I be friends with King 68 the Great? Absolutely not. Could I be friends with Brad Pitt? Absolutely not. And I don't care if that, makes people upset or that makes me sound insecure, bro. I care about myself more than.
Do you know what's crazy? Because some guy wrote a comment underneath one of my videos that was talking about heightism, or I think it was a pop the balloon reaction, and the guy was like, "I'm 6'2", but my brothers are like 6'5" and 6'4", and like when I'm out with them, women ignore me. But when I'm by myself, women give me attention because he's 6'2". But when he's with his brothers, that 6'5", 6'4", he's like the short dude, and women don't show him as much attention. I was thinking, bro, that's mad.
But then again, we don't know what the face.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We don't know what the face of those people look like. I mean, sometimes I guess I can overestimate height. Sometimes hey, people be like, oh, you're insecure. It's like, okay, fine. But
I just feel like height makes you get noticed. Like women just notice tall guys. They just do. Like
you
just can't get away from that.
You can still be tall. You can still be tall and be an incel.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. If you're tall and you're not very good looking in the face and you're awkward, now you're just a big ogre kind of thing.
Is there such a thing as too tall? I think once you get past.
Hello? JS, your sound's gone.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, gone.
Okay, I do. Okay, I know I've been a little over the top, but is there such a thing as too tall? I think once you get past 6'6", I think you could technically get into some issues.
It can be awkward. Yeah, I think it could be
Yeah,
awkward.
because the thing about some taller men is their skull can get stretched out and their face can look more elongated.
Yeah, some big face.
So
Yeah, I've seen that. Big
yeah,
face, tall dudes, bro.
and like I've known some tall guys that actually did have issues. So I'm not saying, hey, you're tall. Maybe I want to take back some things I said. I'm not saying just because you're tall. I think there is like a certain area where you can get past a certain height threshold where it can actually hurt you. But I don't think most
Do
guys
you know
are
what's
actually
mad though? Because I know there's one boy that goes to my gym, yeah, tall white boy, yeah, tall,
Yeah.
and he literally facially he looks he just doesn't look like good, yeah, no
No.
homo,
And
but his girlfriend is hot. His girl is hot, bro, and I'm
Yeah,
just
but, I
thinking,
mean-
bro, that's because he's tall, bruv.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I do think that I have known some tall men that have. I mean, they're never gonna have it like as bad as a guy that's below average height. But I'm not saying that they. Okay, let me give you a perfect example. Like Zac Efron, he's about 5'8", but I mean he's Zac Efron. So I mean we can't.
Same height as
You know
me.
what I'm saying? He's Zac Efron. He's one of the most handsome men in the world. So I'm not saying that, just because you're tall, like past a certain point, I think when you get past maybe 6'5", 6'6", I think the skull can be more elongated and you have more of like a horse face. Have you ever seen that show Friends? I don't like the show, but it's one of those old '90s shows. You ever
Yeah,
seen
of
that show?
course.
Yeah, friends.
You know the guy. What's his name? Ross on the show. He
Yeah.
was a taller guy, but he has like a more elongated face.
Yeah, his face is long.
Yeah.
He's less attractive than Joey, who's shorter than him.
Yeah, because
So-
the closer
when
you
you
are
do
to,
like a pencil
it's because the closer you are to average, that's optimal for human beings. That's why
Yeah, but-
average is average. Like,
But I don't know how tall he is, but he's like he's got that more elongated face, and which is a very unattractive feature.
Yeah, it's
And
almost like you look like a pencil kind of. You just like
and
long
you can't
and
fix
thin.
that.
long
and
face.
And the scary thing
Yeah.
about that is you can't fix that with surgery. It's not like you just have a bad nose and you can go get a rhinoplasty.
that's
No,
just
their
your
face
head,
too
innit?
long.
It's just your head,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Because you know
very
what I think
scary.
of? I think of Lurch from Adam's Family.
Yeah, so I mean,
Oh,
there
bro.
are times where being too tall can be dangerous. But I
That's
think
why 6'8" is it literally won the genetic lottery because
because his face is more compact,
yeah.
which is not the case for a lot of guys. Most guys that are 6'8" ain't gonna really. I don't really think they're gonna look that.
I don't
great
know.
facially.
I mean, the NBA, I don't think they all look like Lurch in the NBA. I don't know.
Yeah, but the NBA, you don't.
But
see
they
all
have to have a
But you
certain
don't see
physique,
all the
though.
tall. But you don't see all the tall guys that don't make it to the NBA.
True.
And also,
a lot,
you're
what
you're
if all the
physically
tall
fit
guys?
in the NBA as well. You're physically fit.
Yeah,
You're
but
not
that
like-
doesn't determine that you're
If
going to
you
be
made
good
it to
looking
the
in the
NBA,
face.
You probably had enough positive
Oh, you're
reinforcement
talking about the
in your
face.
life
Okay,
to make
I
it
get what you're
there.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah. If you're just talking about face and not physique, then yeah, I get what you're saying. Then.
We're talking about the head,
Yes,
innit? Like,
just face. Then yeah.
But most men that are even extremely tall aren't even going to make it to the NBA. So if you make it to the NBA, you probably had a lot of positive reinforcement in your life.
yeah, because of your athletic ability, not how good looking you are.
No, I think if you're good looking, you're more likely to. Well,
Nah,
it's not a
man.
direct-
Nah,
There's
bro.
more physical
Nah, bro.
prowess.
It's not because
There's
you're
more
good
physical
look. Good,
prowess.
it's not because you're good looking in the face. You're gonna make it to NBA, bro.
Have you ever seen the tallest man that ever lived? I think his name is Robert Madlow. I think he was 8'11".
That's crazy, bro.
Look him up.
That's
right now. Look him up
Nephilim.
right now.
That's
Look him
Nephilim,
up.
bro. Do you know what Nephilim is?
What is that?
Yeah, go look that up, bro. Give you some homework. Go and look that up.
Okay, bro. But look that guy up. I think his name is Robert Madlow. He was like 8'11".
I think I've seen a picture of that guy. He's got glasses in it. He's wearing a suit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy,
he's
yeah.
a
Was he a
mad guy,
dad?
bro.
I mean, come on.
That's that. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's a genetic anomaly, bro. That's
Yeah, but like I don't.
and the thing
like,
is, I know for sure the guy probably had health problems, health issues, bro.
he died
100%.
at the age of 22, bro.
There you go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I could.
Yeah,
This is one thing I always say in them videos. I say, bruv, like taller people usually have health issues, bruv, complications, and that's true.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that. All they show is girls. Oh, I want to go as tall. I want to go as tall. They don't talk. Yeah, what about after 30 years old? And what's his body like? What's his health like?
The funny thing is, I have a tall father and a short mother. So it's like just because you have like, oh, I'm gonna marry a tall guy, I'm gonna get a tall son. That's not true.
Yeah, that's not how it works. That's
Yeah,
so true.
facts.
And
That's
I've heard,
BS.
I don't know how true this is. Physically, apparently, most guys take after their mom. Physically, anyway.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I'm not sure about that.
It's bro science. I mean,
I'm not sure. I'm just saying I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. Well, like, do you know what I'll tell you what I've looked up is seen basically the children will be the tend to be the average between the mum and the dad. So which kind of logically would make more sense, like, because more than likely your children will probably, especially the male child, would be taller. So like if you've got like say for instance you're a guy, you're 5'11" and your girlfriend is like 5'8", then like the probability is the son will be at the very least 5'9".
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like
5'7", 5'8".
I think it's hard to calculate what's gonna happen.
It depends on your family history as well and
you know
all that kind of stuff.
Wayne is? You know who Austin Wayne is, right?
Nah.
He's a popular Looks Maxer channel. Both of his parents are like 5'9" and he's like 6'6".
That's strange. Yeah, but like, yeah, what about the grandparents? How tall are the grandparents? That came from somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It comes from somewhere.
Like
Someone's mum or dad.
The mixing of the gene pools and all that.
Yeah, somebody in there was tall, bro. Like, unless she just cheated and she smashed some tall guy round the corner. And yeah. But anyway, listen, let me wrap it up, man. Appreciate you lot. I'll be back again tomorrow with more crazy talking points. And yeah, hopefully more new people come to chat shit. Anyway, with that being said, big up to the callers, man. Big up to you. Big up to Daniel, Mally, and JS. They're still here, man. I'll speak to you. I speak to you lot soon. Yeah, you lot take care. Be safe.
Bless.
All right. Bless. All right, cool. All right, so you guys, hope you enjoyed this. This has been really good. I really enjoyed the calls today. Yeah, please like the video. Always like the videos, hype the videos, share the videos. And even if you want to cut the videos up into shorts and post them on your own TikToks or your own YouTube channels and all that, I don't mind. Do that as well, bro. Like, yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, you want to make your own channel of little clips and stuff like that, go and do that. Cut it, make it into shorts, make it into TikToks, Instagram reels. Cut the bits up and post them yourself. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, but anyway, with that being said, you lot take care of yourselves. I'll be back again with another video tomorrow. You lot take care. I'm out of here. Peace.